What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Chewin The Rag. Today, we are joined by a very special guest, LOL Liver, LOL Liver, Sam, Silvio, whatever you know him as. Welcome to the pod, Liver, which I just
Yeah.
learned, which I just learned is liver 2 minutes ago. I thought it was liver this whole time.
Hey, everyone makes the same mistake, man. It's cool, man. I like it. I love it. I love it.
Well, you said it, and it makes sense. Like, you're always, we find you from live streams, from streaming. So I was like, oh, it's low liver. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah,
And
it
you're
falls
like,
off
no,
it
every
just
American
naturally.
does it. It's like,
Yeah. Every single one, every single time.
so why? What is the low liver about? What is the Silvio about? I think that's from GTA, is
I,
what I heard. But
but I can break down both for you if you really want. I can break it
yeah,
all
break them
down for
down.
you.
Break it all
So
down.
I started YouTube back in 2013, right?
Yeah.
Back when it was like the beginning stages, KSI just started popping off. You had like all the UK boys popping off, right? So I was like, I want to be part of that UK team. So I started a channel. I was about, how old was I? I was like 11. And me and my sister were in our room and she was like, oh, you're always popping jokes. You're funny. Everyone loves you for like your comedic like attributes. I was like, oh yeah, man, that is funny. She goes, it's like, you should call yourself LOL, like laugh out loud. And I was like, it's unique. I don't mind it. And she goes,
Yeah.
and because you live that way, you should be called Lol Liver. I was like, sure, why not? So I just ran with it for how long now? 12 years? I just ran with it. So it's been Lol Liver ever since, but it's been adapting. I have seen it. It feels like different Marvel comics. You had comics back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. They just changed the names of everyone, man. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I'll take the name change. You get me? And then the Silvio is a whole new, like, it's almost, I want to say it's like a personality thing. Like, so me, DeAndre, of course, you had him on a podcast before.
Yep.
And you know Rizzo. So me
Yep.
and my boy originally, 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, wanted to get into like GTA roleplay. There's like a whole backstory why I got into it and everything. But we'll just break down the Silvio part. We joined a month before the wipe of a certain server called High Life. It's like a UK server, but it's got a bunch of US players, UK players, like everyone just enjoying time. It wasn't too serious back then, so we used to mess about. We got banned a few times. We was learning the ropes, you get me? We got beat up by
I feel ya.
cops, and we didn't realize that it was so unserious because the wipe was just a few weeks away, like 3 weeks away. So we was getting in trouble, everything. And then when the wipe happened, me and my boy were confused. We just went, you know what? Let's start a new identity. Let's start a group called the Cartier family. I was like, yeah, I like that. I like that. He's like, yeah. That is cool, right? I was like, yeah, man. And then he's like, because I joined a group a week before the wipe called Blue Reapers. And one of the boys there, he was sick, man. I love him to bits. He helped me through a lot of things during the joining process, and I managed to skip so much because of what I did for them as a group in such a short amount of time. And then I low-key backstabbed them from when I started my own group called the Cartier family. So my boy, he goes, oh, my name back then was Steve Seeds. So I was like, okay, yeah, man, that's just a funny name. It's SS. Like my real life initials is SS, so I can roll with it. And then he's like,
Yeah.
call yourself Silvio. It's another S. So it's like, it's a mix of his auntie's name and his granddad's name or something like that. I was like,
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And then I think 2 weeks later, my boy quit, and I ran into Dre. He started a group around the same time, or I think a few weeks after, and this group was like, it wasn't too known, but it had like 3-4 members in it. My group had about 6 members, but we were more like a bodyguard type. We'd go join other groups and bodyguard for them, and like we had connects. But then I had some unserious members I had to kick out, so we got knocked down to like 2 members. And then Drayson, it was just me every day in the server. He sent one of his higher ups to come recruit me and like keep an eye on me. And they were like, we want you to join the group. Like, we've seen what you've been doing. You've been doing a lot for this group. You've been doing a lot for this group. We know you've got your own group, but we'd like to merge and like see where it goes. So
Mm.
it went from a more role play business style merge, like into a after a month a full personal connection with Dre. Dre didn't like from what I heard. Dre didn't mess with me much until we started speaking through Discord,
Yo,
and I was just known as Silvio since. Like my personality, it was goofy. Like in the server, I was serious, but then in the Discord, because of that like personal connection we had, I turned goofy, I turned
yeah,
unserious, and he was like, "This
yeah.
is Silvio, man. Everything like that's goofy is Silvio. Anything that looks stupid, it's Silvio. Anything that looks funny, it's Silvio." So that personality thing just grew up from there.
Okay, okay, I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
That GTA roleplay stuff is serious. Like,
Oh yeah.
I tried to get into it. Your camera keeps getting fuzzy on me, by the way, but I wasn't going to interrupt
Yours
your
on my
story
end
because
too.
so maybe it's just that then because I'm good
I
on
think
my end. So hopefully we're square. If not, I don't know.
you're
Don't watch the
straight.
video. Just listen to the audio. It's a podcast. I'm sorry.
I feel you. It's on
I'm
Spotify
sorry.
too, right? Plug, plug.
Yeah, it's on Spotify. I'm sorry. I strive for quality, but sometimes things happen. We're in different countries. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even clock that.
we're I tried doing that GTA roleplay thing, and then I joined a server. I got in, and I was like, "Yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna stick to like GTA on my console and just run around and kill people because that's so much easier than all of this."
In direct mode, of
Like,
course.
bro, it's so crazy because they're like, "You got to be this character." I'm like, "All right, nah, I can't do it. I'm out. I'm not, like, never mind."
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"You gonna go get a job, or what are you gonna do?" I was like, "What do you mean get a job, bro? I'm playing a game. I'm not
Nah,
trying to
it's
get
a
a job.
serious investment. Yeah,
I'm not
I
trying to
feel
do
you.
this."
I feel you. It's like you gotta live like you're living your normal life to live someone
Yeah,
else's normal life. Like it's
yeah,
nuts.
bro. like, so like if you get arrested, there's like rules for after you get arrested. You can't get in trouble more than
Yeah,
this many times. You can't. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. But people are
yeah,
into it, and I've seen people like take that shit serious. And I like the people that take it serious because that's what the whole thing is. I just couldn't. I wasn't
yeah,
good enough.
yeah,
Maybe in the future, maybe GTA 6, I'll lock in with you guys. You guys can show me the ropes.
yeah. Yeah, you better, man.
Because
We're gonna go crazy when
because
that pops.
I could not do it. I was also by myself. I think that doesn't help. I'm trying to learn it by myself. I was like,
Mm,
nah. Somebody that I knew, like I had him on the podcast and whatnot, and he was already kind of established, but he wasn't really doing it anymore. And then when I
mm.
left, he came back to it. I was like, well, I'm not gonna come back. I already deaded that. So maybe
Yeah,
GTA
yeah.
6 will lock in. I'll be like Jamaican or something. I'll do the accent.
Bomber clutch, you pop up. Hey,
Go on,
bomber
brethren.
clutch,
Man,
it's chewing up here. You get me? I love it, man. Nah, do you know what's funny
bro.
though? I popped into your stream and you was throwing patois like great. I was like, this guy. And not
I
only were
could,
you throwing patois like a white guy, you were throwing patois like someone from the Yams. You get me? Someone from Yard.
yeah,
I was like, what?
yeah. I'm not like good off the cusp, but if you type something out and I gotta read it, like, I'm in a pun, say. I could like I could read it pretty good, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
off the cusp just start. I could do the wagwan and I could do the medea, but it's like that's all I got. I had a
Nah, nah.
Jamaican dude named Dwight at my job a few years ago, so he
Mm.
was trying to like teach me the slang, and I lost all of it, but I got the wagwan and the medea down still.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah,
the
bro. I
you'll get me
love
minnow
patois.
carry my. Well, no, yeah, minnow carry. It's just like it's fucking so insane. I love patois too. I like TV shows that where it's like done really well and you can barely
Oh,
understand it if you're a white guy who doesn't watch or understand it. I love reggae. I talked about that with you. Like
yeah.
I'm into it. I'm into it heavy, and my son likes it, which is even funnier because he's a 5-year-old white boy, and like it'll come up on Spotify, and I'll try to skip it because I'm just like whatever. We were just listening to this the other day. I'll try to skip it. He goes, "No, turn it back," and it's like Yellow Man, and I'm like, "Bro, what am I raising?"
I love that, man. That's sick. That's sick. Yeah, people get confused about this. Like, I have the same issue. So people, my background, obviously, I'm white in color, right? But I'm Middle
Yeah.
Eastern,
Yep.
so
Mm.
I'm a mix of North African. I was born in Yemen, but my mom, she's Moroccan. My dad, he's Danish. So I got a lot of the Danish orientation, right? So everywhere I've gone on holiday to visit
Yeah,
my family, they're
right.
all brown, they're all black, and I get mixed. Like we go play basketball in Morocco or something, and everyone's around. They're like, "Who's this white guy?" So everyone gets confused. Or I'll be chilling with my black friends here in the UK because everyone I know is like Jamaican. They're from Nigeria. They're
Yeah,
from all
yeah,
parts of the world, and I love
absolutely.
sports. Sports is the best way to connect with people. So when I'm going out to do these sports or go to the gym or something, and we're listening to, like you said, reggae or something, they just see a white guy in the passenger seat just bumping heavy to some
Yeah,
piano,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, bro.
like it's crazy, man.
No, see, I wouldn't even have known that. Like, I knew obviously you're one of the UK guys, but again, I only really know you from chat. I popped into your live now that you're going live on the TikTok
Mm.
a little bit more. We'll talk about that. But like, that's all I know you as. I wouldn't have known you from any other thing. But that's why I do this pod because the people that interest me enough, where I'm like constantly talking to them, popping in their lives. I'm like, all right, that's who I got to talk to because we got to unpeel this a little bit and see what they're all about. So.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's really cool, and that's what I was telling you. I used to have a joke where I would like tell it on stage where the big black SUV and the reggae's bumping, and these people will like look up and it's me. I'm
Yeah.
like, like the fuck is that guy doing?
Yeah, man. I love the raw like content that you bring out, man. It's so
Mm.
I want to say unique, but I'm not. I'm also not gonna lie to your face and say that I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, no,
But
people do it.
you have like a very personal kind of conversation with these people that you have, like with DeAndre. I just felt myself like falling into the conversation. It's like, yeah, man. I remember DeAndre mentioning this, like memories started popping up, and I was like, bro, it feels like you were there in those conversations back then,
Yeah,
not even during the
yeah,
podcast, back
exactly.
then. I was like, you just rolling with it, rolling with it, rolling with it. Like it was nice, it was cool, man. I like it, and I appreciate what you're doing for your community. And I hope, like one day, when it does get big, you don't forget about us. Please do not forget about
No,
us.
no. I mean, I'm literally like these cards right here. These were all just given away last night on stream.
Yeah,
Like
man.
that's I just gave every single one of these away. They're all scratched. They're no good right now. But like
Yeah, yeah.
the conversation thing is crazy because I do the same thing with people who are much higher on the old scale, like NFL
Mm,
players, UFC athletes. I had an actor on the other day. I have an actor coming on tomorrow, and people don't people think I'm kidding. I do the same thing with them that I do with like streamers that get one view. It's like I don't change my format for anybody. Sometimes
mm,
I'll have people that like are fans of these people ask questions that they might want to hear asked. But otherwise, I ramble. The episode that came out today was with Michael Shields. He's a horror actor. And in the
yeah,
episode, I
yeah.
was like, man, I had something I want to ask you, and I forgot all about it. So I'll circle back to it. Like, you just got to be honest with him because he knows too. Like, I didn't ask him any questions, I didn't write anything down. So you
Yeah,
even
yeah.
get the raw gist of like the bad parts of not of not scripting it, where you're forgetting what you're gonna ask, you're just ranting, you're rambling, you forget what you're gonna say, but then it all fits, it all comes right back together. So there's
Yeah,
good
yeah.
and bad to it, but I think it's important to just have like regular, real conversation and not scripted interview. It's gonna sound robotic.
Yeah, yeah. It's truly amazing, man. Like I sometimes I see your shorts just pop up or your like
Mm.
clips. I'll just be watching them as well. Like that horror actor guy that you said. I think there was one that was posted yesterday or something that I saw pop up. I was just watching
Yep.
that through my following list. I was just like, this is sick. I like this. He does it with everyone. It doesn't matter who it is. It's just raw. It's personal. Like it's exactly how it should be. Not like you said, very scripted or robotic. Like it's
Yeah. And it just sounds fake when you do it that way. To me personally, it sounds more polished. Definitely,
hmm
I'll admit that 100%. When you have something scripted and you can read it and you can go, it's definitely more polished. But I don't really care to be polished. That's just the truth. I don't. I want quality as far as like sound and video and stuff, which is why we are talking about the cameras. But as far as being polished going and saying like, oh, I can't say like, I can't say. It's in my regular real life conversation, I do both of those things. So
Yeah.
I don't really care that I do it on here. I'll try to limit it as much as I can, but if it happens, it's fine. That's just what it is. That's what we do. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. We're humans, man. That's just the thing.
Hmm.
That's
That's
just our
all it
thing.
is. That's all it is. You recently started streaming on TikTok. You were doing YouTube, I think, mainly. Was
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
based on just conversation you had, seeing DeAndre's channel, or was there more to influence that? What made you come over to the old TikTok?
So yeah, you're right. It is influenced by Dre. I'm not gonna knock him for that. That's like I have to give him his flowers for that. Like we
Oh yeah,
both was doing YouTube, and I did YouTube streaming. I think 5 years ago, right? And I streamed consistently almost every day for a whole year. Then my boy got arrested um, for a basically a murder charge, right? That he
yeah.
wasn't even a part of. So it's a false arrest. That ended up putting me into a depressive state. That's why I started the GTA roleplay because I wanted to be outside of my real life and be into different life and like live sort of what chaos was in my mind through the screen. And I quit YouTube streaming, but I really wanted to get back into it. And then I seen Dre start streaming. I was like, oh, interesting. I stuck around for about a month while he was doing that. He wasn't doing numbers. I was like, oh, Dre, you got this, man. I was trying to be supportive, but also giving him like some realism too. I was like, yo, Dre, how long do you plan on doing it? Do you plan on marketing? Because everything's slow. He's like, yeah, I'm planning on marketing. I'm planning on this. But it wasn't like what I was hearing was just words and I wasn't seeing
Yeah,
action. And he said, oh, but
yeah.
I tried to market here and it didn't really pop off. But the TikTok's popping off. I said, TikTok. He goes, yeah, I'll open a new TikTok. So I went into the TikTok. I watched the I think it was the because it was YouTube stream with the TikTok stream at the same time, but he was focused on
Okay.
the YouTube the whole time. So I didn't really clock that he was on TikTok until he started asking me get on the TikTok, get on the TikTok, get on the TikTok in his chat. So I went into the TikTok. Finally gave in because everyone knew me on the YouTube. I was being the same way I am on TikTok. I was doing it
Right,
on the
right.
YouTube. So everyone knew me on the YouTube. Then everyone started shifting from the YouTube as well, and it ended up being from like 7 concurrent viewers to like 2, just me and Marcelo. And Marcelo
Yeah.
was just there moderating. So really, it was just me viewing. So I went into the TikTok. I seen a bunch of people was there. I seen the lights go crazy. He was like, Silvio, you're built for you. You're built for TikTok. I promise you, you are built for TikTok. Your personality and everything is built for TikTok. I said, man, come on now. TikTok is. It feels like an easy way out. Like if you like Dre did create a new account, you get instant push by TikTok. So even then, my stubbornness, I didn't want to create a new account. So I ended up streaming on my old account because I didn't have enough time to create a new account. You know, I've got a lot of personal stuff going on, so I
Hmm.
needed to sort of push time to my side. I didn't want to be on time side, so I was like, Dre, I don't have time for it. I'm gonna do it this way. I did it this way, and Dre still showed support, even though he wasn't happy with it. He still showed support. But yeah, the whole move was because of Dre, and it started to. I think I've streamed 4 times now, but I had like a 2-3 day break. Uh, been a hectic week for me and Dre in our own personal lives. I find like you see people in life that start to link with your life without even realizing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Dre's like one
It's
of those
crazy.
people, and that's why I don't see myself not being his friend. I don't see myself by his side in the future. Even if we have like serious beef, I still feel like we'll fall back into each other and we'll be like, oh yeah, nah, we cool. So
Yeah, yeah,
because of that, the 4 streams that forget the 3 days I had off. The 4 streams that I had, the first one was all right. Second one was like all right, but it wasn't as good as the first one. Then the third one I did popped off, and the fourth one was my best one so far, and it's only getting better now. So and I've created my second account so that I can have this sort of push. I looked into the analytics yesterday of it. It's not doing the best. So I'm gonna keep on the main account for now, but keep building on the second until I'm able to stream on that one. But so far, thank you, Dre. You were right. You're right. My personality definitely is fit for TikTok, and
It is.
I'm just looking forward to what the future has for it. Like it's definitely like when you see these analytics, some people are uh like they don't care for analytics, right? Which is a good thing and a bad thing, right?
Right.
It's a good thing if you already have good analytics and you're looking at it like, oh, I'm not going to look at the analytics and be like, I'm limited to what I made that day and then the next day and then the next day. They want to push the limits, right? That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
But then there's people that do care about analytics, like myself, and I look at it and I analyze every little move and I try to make sure, like, how do I pinpoint this? How do I make it like what it needs to be? So when I'm seeing that I've made a small adjustment, it could be even cutting the live by 5 minutes or extending it by 15 minutes that makes that change. So when I see this adjustment, it makes my mindset like go into a ticking time bomb, but for positivity, right? So every
Yeah.
negative thing
Yep.
that was in the back starts to roll through the clock and get blended into the positive and gets like spurted out into everything I do. And then people start to see the effects of it. And then like now I'm telling my friends, start TikTok live.
Yeah. See,
So
it's a snowball. Like for me, the same way I discovered Dre. I was like, I had my one friend who I know in real life. He was popping off. Like I mean, he was really popping off. Shout out Seto.
mm,
And so I talked to him on the pod, and then it was like that's when it clicked. Like, why don't I talk to streamers? Just like streamers that are TikTok streamers, people that I find interesting. And eventually, I got down to this dude. He's my age. He looks just like me. He's Papa Bizarre. He's like my fucking twin. And he like, I had him on, and I was talking to him. I was like, "Yeah, I can't wait to. I want to stream on TikTok, but I got to get to that 1,000 followers." And he like cut me off. He's like, "No, you don't." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, you could just apply." I was like, "What the fuck? What do you mean you could just apply, bro?" So that's what started it for me. So I went in, I applied, I got it. But this was probably a year ago now,
mhm.
and back my quality wasn't as good. Like right now, you go into my live, it's pretty good. It looks decent. I was using the PlayStation with remote play, so it's
Oh,
transferring through Wi-Fi onto that. So it just looked, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was laggy. It was buggy. And then just recently, actually when I took this leave, so 2 months ago, that's when I got the capture card and I did it the right way and I got it all hooked up now. So shout out my guy Papa. That's kind of what he did for me is what Dre did for you. Even though
yeah, shout
I
to him.
didn't really know him, he just told me like you don't have to have that 1,000 followers. So you need to just apply. There's an application. I can send you a link, and he hit me with that link, and it's cool. It worked out really well. Yesterday we did pretty big numbers. Like you said, it's
Congrats, man.
the way you say thank you. The way you say it was like kind of a cop out because they push you and you want to feel the grind pretty much. But at the same time, your day one you said was pretty good, but two went down, and then three spiked up. So I think they also reward the consistency. Like
Yep.
there was people yesterday who were like, I was like, oh, somebody shared with you? No, I found you the FYP. I was like, oh, okay. And I think people in Dre's chat, I think some of them might think that it's a money grab to say that coins equal visibility, but you can Google it. You can Google it. It literally is like an analytical proven thing that likes and
Yeah, yeah,
coins
yeah, yeah.
will boost you. And Dre's not somebody who's gonna just ask for money. That's crazy. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
same reason I wouldn't ask for money. It's just I don't. That's obviously you want that. You want the monetization. You want to be put in that for you. But yeah, that's not. It's a legitimate thing when people say like these coins do help me. They do get me on the for you, and I witnessed that myself when he came in and dropped crazy gifts one day. He was like,
Yeah.
that was the first time he popped into my stream. This was just like 2 days ago. And he doesn't really go into streams. And I was surprised,
Nah.
like, does that say DeAndre? And he's like, yo, and I was like, what is going on? And then he just went gift crazy. So I appreciated him. And right after he
Yeah.
did that, I had like four people like it was like all at the same time. It was like 4 people just walked through the door. So that's a legitimate, proven thing. And shout out to him for putting you on. I popped into your live.
Yeah,
I
for
liked it.
real.
You do. I saw you were doing what is it, Phantasm? It's a horror game. You had a
Oh,
clip of that, and
Phasmophobia.
then you were playing Phasma. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
way off, way off. I just said the first thing. I was like Phantasm. What the?
yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
Disney.
yeah, yeah.
I named a Disney movie.
Yeah. People are gonna look it up now. Oh, it's got
Yeah, they're
Cinderella,
like.
Snow White. Nah.
But I saw you had a clip of that. You were doing the Battlefield 6 beta.
Yeah.
So is that your plan to just kind of do like variety stream different types of games and whatnot, and not just stick to
I've
one style?
I've always done it, right? So I
Hmm.
I started on YouTube, streaming wise. I started doing Fortnite just because it was big at the time. I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy it. I didn't have a mic. I didn't have a cam. And then when I did get a mic and cam, I used to I used to cover my face with a mask and a do rag, but for separate reason. We'll go into that later. But
Okay.
it just Fortnite just wasn't hitting it. I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it off stream because I can mess with my friends, like, and we can sweat. But I'm more for engaging with my viewers. I'm more for chaotic gameplay. So like Warzone is just slightly more chaotic because you have people
It
shit
is.
talking you. It's got like
Mm-hmm.
prox chat. It's got even your teammates, like Fortnite teammates. When you got randoms and they're ass, they just crawl around, they die, and they stay. They just watch the
They
rest.
yeah. They
COD,
don't
they
they don't talk
respawn.
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And COD, they respawn. They start calling you ass, even though they're ass and they know it. Like it's all over the place. So I love that. But I I transitioned from Fortnite into 2K, and that's when my channel started blowing up. I had about
Mm,
100 and something subs, and I blew up 200 subs in about 3 months during the summer.
okay.
And I did a 24-hour stream. So after I did the 2K, I did the Phasmophobia because it was just a game that I was interested in. And that was popping off too. And it started branching me out to other kind of content creators and audience that like that sort of stuff. And it's not like usually when you transition and you're a small account, you don't get pushed. But that wasn't the case for me. I was doing 2K content, then having Phasmophobia people come over and enjoying the 2K content. So I was like, okay, then it's my personality. They like the way I rage. They like the way I shit talk. They like the way I act. They like my, because I always have friends in the background. I either got my boy, shout out Active KM, RCT guy. I usually have them like RCT perks. I usually have them in my ear, shit talking me, calling me trash and stuff while I'm playing the game. Not even playing against them. So they're
Yeah,
watching the stream,
right.
bullying me. And now I've got DeAndre, I've got Rizzo, and people are coming from my 2K content to my Warzone content and enjoying that. 1 second.
No, you're good.
I'll be getting messages, everything. Okay. Yeah, my boy's talking about some fighting center. But yeah, they be shit talking me while I'm just streaming and trying to play the game, distracting me. My gameplay stinks already. So when I'm like
Yeah,
getting stressed
yeah,
from them and I can't hit a green on 2K, people from
yeah.
Phasmophobia still enjoy my content. Then I moved to Warzone, people enjoy that. Then I moved to Roblox, people enjoy that. But now I started to see a shift after I quit, where people started leaving, and I think that's just that's my fault for being so distant. Consistency is key to content creation. Like
100%.
you can't have the mindset of a content creator without being consistent, without being brave. First of all, you have to be confident, right? Without having a creative mindset in general. Because if you're stuck without these three key factors, you're not creative, you don't have any ideas, you're going to be stuck in a loop of one day you're thinking of this, you're not making any content because of it, then you lose consistency. Now you've lost consistency, people are just going to start disappearing. And that's like what started to happen after the 3 year break I had coming back. People, like, it boomed. My first stream back boomed, right? I had about 12 concurrent viewers. Then it started to drop off. People started to notice. It doesn't feel the same. Like the 2K Rage streams, they were great. When you played like this game with the views and stuff like that. Also, audience gets older too. So everyone that was kids back then that had nothing else to do during the summer, they ended up
Yeah,
growing up and having jobs. So
exactly,
I
exactly.
ended up losing that viewership.
And that's the what you said though is it's important. I mean, even me, right? I did my last episode before I really came back was in June of last year, not this most recent June, but of last year, I believe. It might have been August, but regardless, it was still summer. And I kind of just I came to a hard stop, and not because I wanted to. It's because I was moving the house around. I was changing these rooms, so you could check like my thumbnails. I think I talked about this with DeAndre, where like the background to each episode was different because I was constantly
Mm.
moving to different rooms as we got this house together. And it got to the point where I had to keep coming in and be like, sorry guys, we're almost back to it. We're still working on the house. Oh, we're still working on. And every episode, I'm saying we're still working on upstairs. We're still working on upstairs. And then instead of doing that, I just came hard stop. I said I'm gonna stop recording. I'm just gonna not put anything out. We're just gonna get the house done, and then we're gonna come back. And then I came back, and I had lost. That's not like a crazy amount, but I lost between like 5 and 10 subs probably from YouTube, and like those are 5 or 10 subs. Who knows if I get them back? Who knows if it was people that I knew in real life or if it was people who discovered me from
Yeah.
a guest I had on. And then they're like, oh, this guy doesn't even do anything anymore. You had this dude on and he's done. Let's just get out of here. So we're back up past 100. We hit over 100. So I'm
Congrats.
appreciative of
Yeah.
that. Thank you. That's big. I think that's the most we've had. So it's good. But now it's like I go back to work in 2 weeks. Are we about to fall back off? No, I don't think so. But you do think about it. You do think
Yeah.
about it
Yeah. For
because
sure.
I've been able to go really hard. I've been able to stream every day and every other night. It's one stream a day, two streams every other night. And I've been doing that for a little bit now, and it's grown. Everything like has gone up organically. And now it's like that schedule's going to change. We know you can't do it. You're going to be at work
Mm.
from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. That's the full day. The day's done. You're not going to be able to,
Yeah.
and then you can't stream till midnight anymore because you gotta be up in the morning. How you gonna do it? So there's things I'm gonna have to think about and shift. But that fear of like that consistency going away, making your numbers go away, that is something you do think about, and you're like, how the hell am I gonna make this work? And I know I will, because what's good about right now is you're coming on. An episode came out tomorrow, or an episode came out today. Your
Yeah.
episode's scheduled for next week. And then I have two more people. One's recording tomorrow, one's recording Monday. So the next like 4 Thursdays are booked. I'm good. I know there's an episode the next 4 weeks. I don't even got to worry about it. I can just edit it and go. So, but the point being is that consistency and that fear of like falling off and not putting out content. I think as long as you have that, then you're going to continue to put out good content. Once you don't care and you don't think about it, like DeAndre said, you say it where it's like once the camera's off and you're off stream, you're still thinking about your stream. I think that's good. I think that means it's important to you and you'll
Yeah.
remain consistent doing that.
Dude?
What's up, dude? I'm getting bullied. What's up? Man? It's a pod. It's not a stream. Huh?
Are you crazy?
Yeah, I'm crazy. Get out of here. What are you doing? You coming over? Bro, make sure you shut the door, okay?
Hey, bro.
Oh,
That's
great,
crazy. But even stuff like that, it's like I'm not gonna edit that out. It's people, and that's what you get when you just do. You turn on a camera and go. You don't know what the hell's gonna happen. I had a paramedic up to my door. It was like I was recording a pod, and my upstairs neighbor at the time was going through something, and the paramedics came, and they came
Oh,
to the
damn.
wrong door. Dude just knocked on the door and opened it. I was like, paramedics. I was like, what, bro? What? You got the wrong house, bro. You gotta go around back and get upstairs.
But they about to lose their job. Missing
Yeah,
15
bro,
seconds
it's
like that, just knocking on the wrong door.
That's a full minute. You just lost a minute. You better run.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. So you said something about the do rag and the mask, and that's another story. What happened there?
So it's a big backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my background as a content creator, whatever, is separate from everything, right? I
Yeah.
blend like a piece of my personal life now and then because that's just how I am. Um, but I've had a huge history before that, right? I've had the time where, um, but I don't even know if I want to talk about it. Like it's crazy,
If there's certain things, leave them
yeah.
out.
No, I'm open to talk about it, but it's like,
Okay.
what is the line, right? So my 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 dad's history
Mm,
has a massive impact on mine. He used to work for the CIA, the MI5, the MI6, and PET, Danish National Intelligence. He was anti-terrorist, um, part of the anti-terrorist group. So he would have to fly over to countries, get intel undercover, and he got screwed over by the American government. They owed him $5 million. They never paid up. They put him on a terrorist list. They blacklisted him from America, even to this day. They tried to kill him in China, and then my dad went into like this crazy Rambo mode where he was a drug abuser beforehand. He was a drug abuser during his work. He was a drug abuser even after, and he didn't really care as much for us. It was more like I need the
mm,
money now so that I can use it for this, so that when I'm on this, I can be happy and be around my kids. Or
mm.
most of the time he wouldn't. Most of the time he would take it and then forget, just disappear for 2 weeks. So
Yep.
he would get death threats a lot, and he didn't want us to post our names, our pictures, or anything on social media. So every time we had social media, it would be like under an alias name, or it would be like some other profile picture, like for example, the sunset, right?
Okay.
And
Yep. Yep.
then, and when we friended him on Facebook, we had to have private friends. We weren't allowed to have public people to come in and look at our friends group, and he had to check on our friends list. You need to make sure, okay, this person's from school, this person's a friend of a friend. Like he needed to make sure. So I decided to be, growing up, more independent and away from that I like kind of idea. But also I knew the dangers of it, so I ended up wearing a mask and a do rag when I used to stream because it was just an anonymity, right? That I could be secure away from any threats. Whole thing is, I later found out this is why I stopped using a mask when a Dutch company, I can't say which company, I can't say the people
Yep.
involved. I can say that there was supposed to be a documentary based on my dad's life and my life and the comparisons between them. So this was like a full scale, Hollywood scale, millions of dollar production sort of piece. And during about 2 years of gathering info on their side, I was gathering info myself. I started to see things that my dad was saying wasn't true, or some things that he was saying was over exaggerated. And then I started to like feel lied to, right? But I still have
Mm,
had love, and I still have love for my dad. This ended up causing a big like kind of static between me and my dad, and it ended up where to I say about a year ago he just cut me off completely. Well, not a year, like 8 months ago, he cut me off completely. I don't speak to my dad no more. I see it as a blessing in disguise because he was a virus to me and my family, and people were scared of his capabilities. And because of me distancing myself, I became more free. Me noticing certain things weren't true or exaggerated. Me meeting people that were threats were
mm.
kind of like, I seen their side of the story and I was like, oh, you're not a threat at all.
Yeah. Right.
This was just like some sort of like a seed that was trying to get planted in the back of my head. he didn't like the fact that I started to realize these things, so he cut me off. I thank God for it. Blessing in disguise. Still love my dad. If he was to reach out, I'm happy to speak to him. I hope he sees things a different way. But yeah, it had a massive impact. Now, though, I'm free. I'm able to do what I want. It's way more beneficial for me to be on the screen as I am now than behind the
Yeah,
mask, because people
yeah,
get to see me who I am. And it creates a more bonding experience with the viewers, right? Like Dre, he's very personal with his views. I'm the same way, but I'm because of my history, I lock a few things away.
well, yeah,
There's
absolutely,
who knows what happens in the future?
absolutely.
Maybe because this documentary did get cancelled. He cancelled it because there was too
Yep.
much things that me and the people that were getting interviewed came out with that were like, okay, now they're starting to know the truth. I don't look like a hero anymore. Now I just look like a regular person that did really
Yeah,
good.
right. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they did some really good work, right? Work that 99.99999% of people in the world won't do. However, there was also a bad side to it, and the bad side
yeah,
overweighed the good side. So he's seen that. He was like, okay, I'm not a hero no more. I'm cutting it off. Who knows? Maybe in the future
right.
another company comes around and they reach out to me or something. I'm happy. Then I'm happy to talk about what happened. But yeah, there's a big history behind it. So sorry guys, I've locked off maybe 70% of it, but you've heard 30%.
I mean, the 30% is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. So I think they're good. I don't think anybody's missing out.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
insane because, like, unfortunately, and even just from like, it sounds crazy, but just movies alone, you know what I mean? That
yeah,
just sounds like every movie ever, where it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
hey, I'm gonna go do this work for the government, and I'm gonna think that I'm doing the right thing, and the government's
mm,
gonna fuck me over. And
yeah.
it's like
Jason Bourne,
the
Double O
bro,
Seven.
it's so crazy because like, but that doesn't just come out of thin air.
No,
That doesn't just come out of thin air at all. That's because unfortunately you cannot trust the government.
right.
Like that's
If you,
just
if
that's
people
just
do
what it
want to
is.
look at some background of it, I'm happy to like. Can I even type it up? I don't know.
I think we could put something on here. I'm new to Riverside, to be honest. I like it,
Oh no, yeah, it says upgrade
but
plan to chat. Oh no, I'm good. Yeah, guys, just look up Morton Storm on Google. You'll see about a million articles. CNN, 60 Minutes. You'll see BBC. You'll see
oh,
ITV.
I
You'll
think I put
see
it up.
yeah, yeah,
What is it? Is it you said Morton?
yeah. MortenStorm.
TEN. That's crazy. I can type TEN though. I can't change it. Oh, here we go. It's right here. I'm not. I'm like I said. I'm new to Riverside, but right
Yeah,
there
yeah,
on the screen. If you guys are interested, just Google that,
yeah. You can look
and
into
we're
it.
gonna
You'll
get.
see his backside. His backside. Pause. You'll see his back, like his sides of what happened. Right. You'll also see like some other articles and whatnot, but everything's there, just not from my side. Right. I'm
Right,
like I say,
right.
I separate the apple from the tree. You get me? I'm not trying to
Yeah,
be like
you
they say,
have to.
father like son, right? Which is a good thing if your father's great. But
Right.
if you come
Yeah.
to realize like there's a rotten apple in there, you don't want to be that rotten apple. You want
No,
to fall from
no,
a
you got
tree
to get out of that.
and grow a new tree. So
Yeah, no, that's always the hard thing because you want to be like, that's my dad, you know, and like you said, you still got
yeah,
love for your dad. If he reached out, you would be like, you pick up the phone happily. But the blessing in disguise thing is real, especially if you know he is somebody who unfortunately does dabble in like substance. And then I think honestly, I could see it being a combination of his job and the substances is just tweaking everything up here. That kind of thing tweaks your mental.
hmm.
I mean, working for agencies that big, you've probably seen things that like nobody wants to see, especially
Yeah, yeah,
anti-terrorism. You know what I mean? So you kind of understand it from that point of view. But then it gets to the point where it's like, bro, I'm just a dude in school. I'm just a kid. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm, I wasn't there. I wasn't working for anti-terrorists. I don't feel like all these people that you're saying are bad. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
Dad.
yeah,
Like, it's a hard thing to like balance because you got to be understanding, but at the
Yeah, yeah,
same time you got to be like, nah, man, I can't do this anymore. And then you find out, like you say, how much of it's exaggerated. You're like, I can't. I gotta go.
yeah, yeah.
But
It's a big,
it's crazy.
yeah, it's a big like weight off my shoulders as well because I did
Yeah.
carry a lot of fear behind my back. I was depressed for like 7 years because of a lot of things. I coming from
Well, you get
what
a
was it,
normal life
eight
taken
years?
from you.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. I didn't really like. We went to Legoland, for example. We went to Legoland. I'm not
Yeah.
saying like I didn't have fun as a kid, but I definitely
Oh
didn't
no,
have
no.
the normal kind of capabilities with my father. I didn't
Right.
get to, you know, freely shop with my dad. My dad would always be like, "Stay in the car, stay at home." Or if we're gonna
Mm.
shop, it's me and he's gonna stay at home. Like, I never got to hold my dad's hand inside of the store and be like, "Oh, I want that candy. I want that candy."
Yeah. Right. 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 Exactly.
But
Like I said, you know you do you get the certain aspects, but you get a lot taken away from you when it's like that.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And um, talking about the 7 years as well, I mean, I guess it's a good transition. Um, it's still in the lines of like with my dad. Um, so a few years ago, I had moved from the UK to Denmark over some stupid situation. Right, I'm not even going to go into it because it's on mine. It's my fault for it. I'm going to take blame as
Mm.
the older sibling of the family. I'm going to take blame for it. Right.
Yeah.
So uh, it was a dumb situation. We was there for a year, and because of my dad's like mental illness or whatever it was, his drug abuse, he was not healthy enough to take care of us. So I was put with my sisters in an institute, like an adoption center, basically, with bad kids, right? Kids with ADHD,
Yeah.
kids that have anger issues, kids that smoke, kids that drink, kids that substance abuse, all that sort of stuff. So we used to get into a lot of trouble. This really like I was already somewhat depressed before that, and it just blew things out of the roof. I got in fights. I broke into buildings. I broke like shoplifted. Like I did a lot of bad things, and I was hanging around a lot of bad people. But some of these bad people that I still have connects with now, they were decent people later on in life. So I come to realize like you might see good in a person in one stage of life and see the true colors later being bad as hell, dark as hell. But there's also vice versa. You might see like
Yeah.
the worse of people, but then later in life, you see this like kind of energy build up, this lightness come out of them. They start doing good. They start giving to charity. They start like doing I was going to say abundance. There we go. There's the word. An abundance of good, right? For their community because we all lived in the same area. I moved back to the UK. I couldn't do anything for that community. So there was some of them that would do like events, gym events. So kids that lived in the same household would, instead of go out smoking at the age of 13, 14, and drinking and breaking into places, they can go to the gym and work out every day for a month or for free as well, completely paid for. Or they can go learn construction, or they can
Yeah.
go boxing, or they can like learn how to paint and draw. Like there was a lot of events that these people started to come out and create for those people because they understood their mindset, right? So it all goes back to understanding a person doesn't mean you understand a person. To understand a person properly, you have to really dig deep and find out what their bad side is and what their good side is. You can't just look at one side and judge them from that. You have to
No.
find it out as you go on. It might be within the first week. It might be in 10 years. These people I've known for 7 years helped me go through when I was going through a lot. And even though like we did bad things back then, we started to, like I say, find our true colors later on. Some of these people I've had to cut off too. Like I was homeless a year ago in Denmark. I went back to start a new life because my sister wanted to start a new life. I was there to support her. She couldn't handle the first month. She moved back, but I was stuck. I don't have a UK status. I'm not a UK resident. I don't have the passport. I don't
Mm,
have anything. I'm not a national. So I'm I'm stuck there now as a Danish national from my father's side, and I
mm.
can't go back because then I'm going to be put on a visa for 3 to 6 months and then kicked out of the country if I overstay, and I'll never be able to return.
Right.
So I'm here homeless, and I'm going couch to couch, and I'm living with this person, that person, and then I end up living with one person who's like a really good friend of mine, but he was out of his head, like also substance abuse. And I tried to like clean him up a bit, like put him in the right mental. And you can see when we had conversations, he wanted to, but he lost control, and then money started to become like a very huge thing. I worked with him for a month, and I didn't get a single dime. Right, we were doing insulation in the roof in 98-degree Fahrenheit weather, like
Yeah, yeah.
fiber asbestos, fiberglass, everything just all in my face, getting cut up by metal ventilation pipes. And I didn't
Hmm.
I didn't complain for that. I enjoyed it because I was there with some people that I thought were really good friends, and we were all like getting strong, working
Yeah.
hard and drive. Like we had a drive, but then it started to become an issue. I wasn't getting paid. Now they're telling me I can't work there no more because I'm not really a resident in Denmark either. I don't have a household, so I can't get taxed. So if I work at a place, it's illegal. So they said, okay, now we can't pay you because we're gonna have to go through a loophole, pay you cash, but then we won't have enough money for this person, that person. We need to divide it equally. And I'm like, okay, this is odd, but yeah, no, I accept it. That's cool. Then, oh no, you need a job now. Figure it out. I'm like, I can't. Okay, I'll figure it out. But right now, I need to find an address. I couldn't find an address. Then they don't pay me at all. I found an address with my uncle. My uncle said, just come over, apply in the address here. He lived on like the middle island of Denmark. And I will cherish his family for the rest of my life because they helped me years before I even knew them. They helped me. So they started helping me figure things out, look for work. I didn't end up finding work. I ended up moving like 2 months, 3 months later, right? Back to the
Mm.
UK. I said, screw it, I'm going to go back and I'm going to get a visa beforehand. And I got my visa. And then when I got my visa, I got my residency like a few months later. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful things worked out because they're the ones that planted that discipline seed in my head. They said, no one's going to do it for you, no matter how much they say they will. So it's either
Yeah.
you go out your way to do it, you be lazy, and you're going to get kicked in the ass for it. So they made me do a lot in the household without telling me. They said, all right, so we need this done. I'm like, okay, cool. They're like, you pick and choose when you're going to do it, but it needs to be done at this date. Okay, cool. I do it. And they're like, you see what discipline does for you? Because if I told you you're going to do it today, you're not going to do it today. You're going to do it tomorrow. You're going to give an excuse. You're going to be like, I'm tired today. I got a headache. But if I tell you it needs to be done
Yeah.
at this date in a week, you're going to do it now to get it out the way. And then you're
Yeah.
forced to have discipline. And then not only that, that discipline carried over until like me moving back. So I had to go out and get my residency permit. Like as soon as I landed, I was like, I'm not playing around. I've got a month. Even though I had the 6 month visa, I said I have a month. I'm getting kicked out. The people at the airport, they were like, we're gonna stamp your passport, but it's not looking good for you because if you overstay, you might be behind bars.
Yeah.
So and you won't be able to
Yeah.
come back. I was like, okay, cool. So I need to get it done this month, and I got it done within 2 months. Not the month that I said I was gonna do it, but the second month I did it, I got it. So
Yeah, no, that's good. Is it similar to like, so like the U.S., right? You come in, you can get your visa. You got, like you say, your visa can be whatever amount of months,
mm.
and then you could become like a naturalized citizen through the test and whatnot. Is that similar for you guys, where you can get a visa and then become a citizen through like a citizenship test,
So
or do you guys
yeah,
have a different process?
it's similar, but I think it's the same, but it's just the wording, right? So you got your visa, and then you've got a work visa. So you got a normal visa, which is a visitation
Yep,
visa, and then you've got a work visa. Your work visa gets paid for by your company that you work for,
by the company. Yep.
and so that can go on and on and on. Your visitation visa, you have a limited amount, and it's 6 month limit per year. It's a 6 month limit per year. Yeah, I don't know how accurate I am on that. It's either 6 months or you get 3 months, and then there has to be like a 6 month waiting period, and then another 3 months, right?
Ah, okay.
But there's also a residency permit, which is a permit for residency, right? You can have, I think it's called, what's it called? Something leave, right? Indefinite leave to remain. So that's,
Okay.
you have residency basically forever, or you have the basic one, and you have a certain time where you need to make certain milestones, right? You need to make sure that you're doing what a citizen does within this residency time period that you have, and then you can apply for a citizenship or indefinite leave to remain. However, in my
Okay.
case, I was lucky because my mom just got her passport, her British citizenship, a few years ago. My sisters, one of my sisters, two of my sisters are born here. They're automatically British citizens. My other sister got her residency even before we moved to Denmark and then back. So for me, I just had to prove that. I just had to prove that my family are British citizens. And when I did, I got my residency sorted. Uh, and then they released a law, a new law, thank you, because you could have done this earlier, where if you have a residency permit, you instantly get residency if you're an EU citizen, and I'm an EU citizen. So I
Oh
said,
wow.
like, you could have done this way earlier in my
Yeah,
life. Like,
you could have saved me a lot.
oh my days. It was, but hey, it happened. I'm grateful for it. I learned how to be disciplined. I learned how to do things my own way. I learned how to also like find the trueness in people and
Yeah.
understand loyalty as well.
Yeah, I think having to do it the hard way, where you're
Mm.
like, they passed this law after I just did this. What the hell? I
Yeah,
think having to do it the hard way teaches you a lot, especially having, I believe you said it was your uncle,
yeah, yeah,
having somebody like him be like, you gotta just, you're at a certain point now where you need to just go do it. Nobody can hold your hand. Nobody can force you to do it. Um, Sometimes you just need that tough like kick in the ass. Like that's the best way to put it. Is sometimes you just need somebody to be like real with you and sit down and show you that loyalty, like you mentioned,
yeah,
and tell you the things that maybe you don't want to hear, but you have to, and it has to come from somebody. If you're dragging your feet and you're like, I'm gonna get to it, you're probably not gonna get to it.
yeah,
It's better to, and I think it's smart to do it the way where he says, you got to have this done by next Tuesday, and it's Monday now of the week prior, and you're like, well, if I do it now, that's a whole week where I could just chill until the next thing comes up. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think it's smart to, that's a good like first step to showing somebody like a little hustle, a little drive, and then it starts that path. So good on him. Good on him.
yeah,
I think that sounds like he looked out for you more than anybody at that point.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And
Kind of helped you just steer you where you had to be.
he didn't even help me out financially. Like he said, you're broke, so you're gonna live
Exactly.
broke. He said, if you're
Hmm.
gonna eat from our house, you're gonna go get your own food. So I said, okay, cool. And he used to bully me as well. I'll be real. Bullying is good. I'm on the side of bullying because if you're not bullied into something, you're never gonna
Yeah.
have the mindset where you're like, oh no, I don't want to be that thing they're bullying me about, right?
Hmm.
So my dad used to get help from my uncle financially and everything. He also used to be like a parasite. He used to sit on their couch. He used to eat all their food. He used to just chill
Exactly.
for weeks. Like every time he visited the country, he'd just be chilling there. And they used to be like, "Oh, we need this done. We need this," and they're always stressed because they they don't have jobs. They're financial people. They work on crypto.
Hmm.
They work on stock. They work on this, and so they always need to be on time. There's like time limit for everything. So they need to get this done. They're very uh, savvy with their money and they're very smart. They need to make sure, like, they don't even buy medicine from the hospital. They need to make sure they know what's good for them before they buy it. If they're going to buy antibiotics, they need to know what's in that antibiotics and what's
Mm.
a natural way of consuming this antibiotic, right? Are there alternatives? Is there this? Is there that? So they used to tell me, or even bully me in front of their friends that used to come over. They used to be like, oh, let's hope he doesn't turn out like his dad and just sit on the couch and play video games. So I used to hear it because they used to say it in Danish. So I understand a bit of Danish, so I'm hearing that, and I'm like, look at them bullying me. And they know, because if you say something in another language, people start getting nervous. So
Yeah,
they
they do.
know I understand
They
just
do.
enough. So they see me get nervous. They see me be like, okay, now they're taking a piss. Okay, then, okay. Now I have to do something. I have to prove them wrong. So, and they used to
Yeah.
love it. They used to love it. So shout out to them. Shout out Jonas. Shout out Jakob. Shout out Thijs. Shout out all of them, man. Shout out all his sons. I'm sorry, Mike, and then the younger one. I forget their names, man. But shout out to them. They were all great
Oh yeah.
hosts. I loved every bullying moment. I loved every push. One of my favorite that I tell my friends all the time, which is one of the reasons like I'm really heavy in the gym now, is in front of some guests. My uncle goes, "How many?" Just out of nowhere, "How many push-ups can you do, Sam?" I'm like,
Oh
"Oh, I can
god.
do like 10." And he goes, "Look, you can do 20, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can do 20." And he goes, "Okay, do them now. Do them in a row." So I'm like, "Okay." So I start doing them, and he goes, I'm getting to like 15. I'm tired, right? And he's like, no, keep going. Don't be a pussy. Come on, keep going. Well, your arms are going to
Yeah.
break. Like, what's going on? And I'm going, I hit 20. And he's like, and I'm like, I'm about to get up. He goes, no. Why'd you stop? You can do more than 20. So I push. I'm at 25. And then my mindset's like, okay, I'm going to get to 30 so he can shut up. And he's still going. I get
Yeah.
to 30. He's still going. I get to 41, 42, and I'm shaking like I can barely lift myself. And he's there.
Yeah.
If you don't push, I'm gonna kick your ass. If you don't hit 50, I'm gonna kick your ass. I said, okay, then I'm gonna have to go for it. So I'm going. I hit 40, right? I'm 49. I can barely get up. So then I hit.
Yeah.
I'm 39. I can barely get up. On 40, I hit 40. I'm genuinely can't get any lower. Like I just fall to the ground. He goes, all right. I wasn't actually gonna beat you up, but like, see what your mind can do. You said you could do 20, right? You struggled, and then you pushed through the struggle all the way to 40. Now
Yep.
every day
Yep.
he will call me or message me, and he'll say, "How many push-ups have you done today? How many push-ups?" So yeah,
That's
it's
so
great.
good. I used to. Yeah. No. I remember one day I was downstairs. We lived in an apartment, and I lived on the second floor. And
Mm,
like my best friend lived on the first floor. And I was in trouble for something. I don't remember what. I probably got suspended for fighting or something.
mm.
And my dad wasn't home. And I went downstairs and I hung out with my buddy. And then he comes home and he goes upstairs. I'm not in there. And it's like, what the fuck is he doing? He's on punishment. He comes down, he knocks on the door, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah, I forgot. What do you mean you forgot? And it's like, you didn't fucking forget. You're in trouble. You know it. And he's like, give me 20. And I'm like, huh? He's like, give me 20. And he had to do the push-ups. And he's like, all right, you're good. So it's like those things like that. And he's not even like that kind of parent. I don't know where that came from, but it was just like, you got to pay. You got to do something. How are you going to do it? So it was like 20 push-ups and you're good. And
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about push-ups, but it's so like emasculating if you can't do push-ups. If
yeah,
you
it
cannot
is.
do a push-up, it's like everybody looks at you like that's the one thing I know I definitely can do. We can do push-ups.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing with them, and I don't know if it's because like military, the way it's like described in movies, where it's like drop it, give me 30,
Mm.
and they drop it, give them
Pull-ups,
30.
push-ups. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the most emasculating thing. If somebody says, "Give me this amount of push-ups," and you say, "I can't do it," it's like
Yeah. I've got a
I've been
friend that
like beat
is
up.
exactly the same. He can't do more than two, I think, right now.
Oh,
And
really?
he every time we
Oh
ask
no.
him, "Come on, how many can you do today?" He instant like you see it in his face. He's like, "Oh man, I don't know. I don't know."
It's a weird thing where if somebody can't do I have to be able to do push-ups because that
Yeah,
feeling where somebody asks you how many you could do and you freeze, you can't just give a number right away. It's
yeah.
like
I'm not sure. I'm not
it's
sure.
crazy. Yeah, it's like I could probably do 10, and they're like, you probably could do 5. Then if you jump 8 to 10 is a lot.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like
No,
I've
it's
been beat up in a cage in front of family, and I would rather that than somebody tell me to do push-ups and I can't hit the number they give me.
wait. So you used to do cage fighting? You said.
Yeah, I did a little bit. I did
How
a
was
couple
that?
amateur fights. That was fun. That was
That's
fun.
good.
I
That's
didn't say I
good.
won. I said I did it. I did
Yeah,
it. It
yeah.
was you. it's a weird thing, definitely. So my very first one, I lost in like 26 seconds, and
Oh,
I just rolled off the couch and said, "I'm gonna go fight," and I lost like 50 pounds, made the weight, and went and fought this
mm.
guy with like very little training. Like I had a little bit as a teenager just through my uncle, but I didn't really like the guy I
Oh, you cut
fought
off.
was one of those like eat breed. Oh, I
Mm.
had a little bit of training as like a teenager, but that's it. Like I wasn't somebody who was like eat breed trained fighting,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and my opponent was. So I rolled off the couch. I lost like 50 pounds. I went and made weight, and I fought him, and it was like 26 seconds. I sold about like 15 tickets, and it was a 4.5 hour drive from me. So everybody who came to see
Ah,
me spent like half the day just in the car driving to come see me just for me to
26
get my ass
seconds.
whooped in less than 30 seconds. If you
Oh
go on
man,
YouTube, the video's like 3 minutes long, and it's not a
no
3 minute
way,
fight.
no way.
It's just like the intros and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
crazy. And then
man.
my second fight I was actually prepared for, but I was clumsy and I tripped and I ended up getting choked. And then I
Mm.
had like just a couple kickboxing matches and a grappling match. So we did it a few times. It's fun.
Yeah, it's cool. Nah, I like that. Was it
It's
like
fun.
old? Was it white collar or
Was it what? Sorry.
white collar? Like white collar fighter,
Uh, what is that?
like
I
for
don't know if that's
charity,
something.
or is it?
Okay, okay. My bad. That's that. That's that different country thing.
Yeah, yeah,
No, it was
yeah.
no, it was
It's a UK
it was
thing.
just like yeah. I was like, what the hell is that? No, that'd be cool. I would do a charity fight right now. It was
Yeah, yeah.
just amateur. Just I wanted to try it.
That's
That's all.
interesting. See, I have this. I mentioned it earlier, or like I sort of hinted to it. Like you meet people in life that kind of had like certain links. I just
Hmm.
started my ultra white collar charity boxing sort of journey. I missed
Yeah.
my two like first fights because I wasn't able to sell enough tickets. Right. However,
Hmm.
I have all the equipment. I've been trading. Like I love every minute. It's for boxing, so I love every minute. My dad used to box. Everyone I know used to box or kickbox or like some sort of martial art. And boxing to
Yeah.
me just speaks volumes. Like I just love the idea of it. I love the feeling of it. I love getting hit. I love hitting. Like I love
Yep.
rolling like through a punch, parrying. I love it all. The whole movement. You running out of breath but still taking punches and still standing is like I
Yep.
just love every moment of it. So I'm supposed to fight in November. I made a call um, on my comeback video to YouTube where it was basically like an introduction to like what I was going to do in this boxing fight and also what I was going to do for the future of YouTube. And I was supposed to fight. I think it was in March. So I did. I sold two tickets. My mom and my dad. Shout out to them. Or my mom and my stepdad. Shout out to them. And then they pushed back the fight to July, which I just missed. But I didn't even
Hmm.
take part in the training for July because I knew I didn't have enough tickets sold yet. So I said, okay, I'm going to take
Yep.
this momentum or this moment as a break, also to hit the gym and like actually get fit because my stamina sucks. But right now it's
Yeah.
getting better. It's getting better. November is now the next schedule. So anyone that's watching this from the UK near Birmingham, get your tickets, man. Get your tickets. The link is still on that video, my comeback video. So get your tickets, please. I need to sell 10. I need to sell 10.
That's interesting. So like I did. So essentially, it's a bringer. Like that's what we would call it in like comedy. It's called a
Mm.
bringer show. You got to sell a certain amount of tickets in order to go on stage and tell these
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that's interesting. I didn't really put that into like combat sports. That there's those bringer type shows.
Yeah, it's like it
That is
pays for the
interesting.
event, doesn't it? It's like everything like
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
I wish it wasn't 10 tickets. I wish it was maybe 4 because tickets are highly
right.
expensive. It's about $30 per ticket, which is just overpriced in my opinion for an amateur fight. I think you shouldn't
That's a
be spending
lot.
more
Yeah,
than 16, right?
yeah,
But
that's a lot. That's about what it was for me as well.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
$30 American probably.
it
That
is
is
for a good
crazy to think
cause at
about.
the end of the day. So
See, at least yours is like it's a charity thing. I don't.
yeah,
This one, Like these ones were not, and I don't think I had to sell tickets. I just did, which is the other part. Like I understand that you probably you have to. It's not probably you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
sell these
You have
tickets.
to.
So,
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, at least you know it's going to like a charity thing. So it kind of
exactly.
balances out. But it is tough for a person who maybe has like zero, you know, they don't know what they're getting.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
got to
yeah.
be like, no, just buy this ticket. I promise. I'm training. I'm training. I'm working hard. I know it's my first fight, but just I got to
Yeah.
sell time ticket here,
You never know.
please.
I could get knocked
It's
out in
like,
26 seconds and they've wasted their time.
yeah,
So.
yeah. Trust me, I know about it. It was crazy. It was so funny. I was fine. Like what happened was he just like hip tossed me and he got on top of me, just raining punches, and I'm
Ah,
moving. I'm covering up. He's not really hitting my face much, but
but it was a
it's a
stoppage.
debut amateur fight. Nobody's
Yeah.
getting paid. The ref's gonna stop that every time. If you're not getting out of it, you're just covering up and moving around. So
Yep.
I was good. I was fine, but I understood why they stopped it. I'm somebody who doesn't mind getting hit. Like you
Yep.
said, I like it. It's cool. I'm good with it. I understand that's what we sign up for.
Yep.
That was something like I had a boxing coach and he was like, "You can take a punch, but I'd rather you didn't." And I was like,
Yeah.
I guess I get why you would say that because eventually, one's gonna land that I can't take. So I understand it, but at the same time, that's kind of what I'm here for. I like it.
Mm.
It's like, but yeah, that's interesting. I never really put it together. Like I said, when I did stand up, I would do some bringer shows where I had to sell a certain amount of tickets to do comedy. We did
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
of those in New York City.
Let's
Um,
segue into that. I want to hear more about this comedic background that you have. Like,
yeah,
I didn't know there's like because I've never really ran. I know one person that used to do comedy, but he only did like one show. He's one of my uncles in Wales. He like everyone I know that are like
yeah,
around mafia and stuff, so you wouldn't expect it. So he went from being around mafia, old mafia groups and stuff like that, to just doing comedy, like one comedy show, and it just popped off. So I want to
yeah.
know, like, how is that? Like, were you nervous and stuff, or
Oh yeah, yeah. I was more nervous for that than anything. It took me a while to even like because you just go to these open mics and you can just sign up and you get on stage and you tell jokes.
yeah,
And
yeah,
for years, because similar to you, I'm always like busting balls. I'm always making people laugh. And I had people for years like, just do it. And I'm like, it's different when I have to sit down and come up with a routine and tell jokes. And then I was talking about it. I was like, I'm thinking about doing it. And a friend of mine he did like two open mics when I started talking about it. He goes, I heard you were
yeah.
interested. There's a place in Albany. Uh, just come through and sign up. And I'm like, all right, I'll go. I'm just going to watch the first time. First time, I just went and watched. Second time, I just went and watched. And then the third time, I was like, all right, I'm going to sign up. I'll come up with some stuff. I made like, I don't even know the jokes. I made a joke about how I could never date black women because they like to use FaceTime, and I would get them made fun of if somebody was walking by and I was on the other side of a FaceTime.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
stupid stuff like that. Like I didn't really have anything. But then it spiraled. You kind of get like excited to try to be better. So I was just doing like really outlandish jokes, mostly at open mics, that would make me laugh, but they weren't really like, I don't know. And then I read Kevin Hart's book where he talked about how
Mm.
he used to do like jokes just to make people laugh, but then he transitioned into like real life stuff. I was like, oh, I have a bunch of real life stuff. I grew up in a pretty like chaotic household. Um,
Yeah.
I'm engaged, whatever, whatever. So I started doing that, and that is where it kind of like, oh, we have something here. So I did a couple of just, I started hosting a mic where in my area, twice a month, I would just get a bunch of the area's comedians, and we would all just go to this bar,
That's
pack it in,
fire.
and yeah, dude, it was super fun. And we did that. I did like the Funny Bone once, two shows in New York City, and then it just like my first son was coming, so I was like, this is
Mm.
probably it. It was fun while it lasted, but I can't be out like at comedies like comedy shows until 3 a.m. and like you can't do that. He's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah, yeah.
sleeping. I have two dogs. I'm gonna wake him up. I can't. And that's kind of where like podcasting came in. It kind of transitioned to that because I still wanted to talk. I still wanted to make people laugh. I still wanted to have conversation with people. And
Mm.
a friend of mine in like 2022 or 2023 wanted to do a pod. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. We did a couple episodes, and then he got real flaky on me where it was like, I think I talked about this maybe with DeAndre, where it would be 4 p.m. and that's when we record, and I would get a text at 3:45 saying,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't make
yeah,
it
yeah.
today. I was
Yeah.
talking about that. And it's like, bro, we recorded 15 minutes. My wife already made plans with my son to like empty the house so that we could do this and get this thing done. So I eventually cut him off and then started this, where the solo episodes are fun, but then I was like, why don't I try to get guests and I could still have somebody to bounce off, so we could still make jokes, we could still laugh, but
Yeah.
it's my own thing. With it's almost like every guest is my co-host now, so it's super like it's really fun to do it that way, and I'm appreciative of him kind of pushing me to start one with him,
Yeah.
but I'm definitely more grateful that I was smart enough to be like, we got to dead this. We can't keep this going. I want to kind of take this serious. I want to push this thing forward.
For
And
sure.
I met a lot of cool people. You know, yourself, you're on here. You're not even in the same fucking country as me.
I'm all right.
A lot of like, I met like a lot of cool people doing it that way. Yeah, you better be all right, bro. This is definitely the earliest pod I've done. And
Yeah.
it's so funny because naturally we did it after the giveaway last night. And I didn't even end my stream till like 1 a.m. And then I stayed up because that Steam thing I was telling you about. I stayed up till like 2, just 2, like messaging with this person, trying to get this thing right. And then I was like, now I can't sleep. My adrenaline's up because it was like a fun thing. People were complaining. I was like, damn. And then I'm sitting here, I'm like, I got to record in 5 hours. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah. Bad, man. I wish
I don't mind.
weren't a thing, man.
I know. It'd make everything easier, but no, I don't mind at all. I would never reschedule, like, unless like an emergency came up. Me staying up too late because I want to do giveaways and hang out on a live stream, to me is like, you're gonna pay for it tomorrow when you're tired, but you chose this.
Yeah.
That's on you. So I don't mind at all. I had a lot of fun doing the live stream. I had a lot of fun on this pod, so I'm good. That's a twofer for me.
Yeah, but I can tell you've got a lot of drive, you've got a lot of determination. So I respect that. I respect that completely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think we just keep driving it, but I think both of us, Dre, I think everybody that is constantly doing this and using everything that he's had a little bit of a past, you've had a past, I've had a past, and then we're just kind of all focusing it on, just focus it all, turn it all positive, turn it under this, show that drive, and just grow it. So
for sure. Yeah, man.
I appreciate you just coming on and chatting with me.
Nah, man, I love it. I love the energy as well. Like, it's not. I've had, like I said, the documentary people. I've been in interviews and everything. So I see like the scripted version, and it is more like streamlined. Like you can be like boom, boom, point, and it gets things done quick. But it's also boring, right? I'm sitting there watching it, or I'm sitting there being involved in it, and I'm like, okay, you've asked me that question. I've answered it. Now you're asking me the same question in a different way. How am I supposed to answer it? It's like, what do I do at that point?
Yeah.
It's
I think
it can be jarring.
Yeah, with this, you're allowed to be more free. You could sit here. I could sit here with my arms crossed and just listen to a person on the other side talk for 30 minutes, and I'm good with that. Like, you allow people to be free. You allow people to kind of just like unpeel a little bit. It's also more comforting.
Yeah,
I think if you can have that natural conversation and be yourself, you're like, all right, this is a cool environment. Let's just go. And even you're like, I don't know how much I could say. It's like, as much as you're comfortable say it. There's nothing that I wouldn't let somebody say on here. And then you're like, that you got 30%. Like, damn, that's 30%. That's a heavy 30.
Hey, it is also like an introduction. Like if there's any part of this sort of podcast that anyone wants to know more about, feel free to hit me up. Feel free to hit Chewin up. We can run back another podcast. Like, I'm down for it.
Exactly.
Like, anything genuine. I'm a very I want to say autistic, but I'm not autistic, but I'm saying an autistic person when it comes to categories, right? Like if someone wants to know something in depth, I'm gonna go out my way to figure things out and just be like, oh, okay, let me make sure like this information they don't know about, so that when they hear it,
Yeah,
they're interested. They're like, oh, I never knew that. You get me? Also, if it's something to do with me, I'm not gonna just repeat the same. Like I can repeat the same story, right, to the same person, but now I get bored of it as well. So I'm gonna start to detail things, right? So my first introduction about telling someone about me would be like how I did. I'm just going to mention 30%, right? The next
yep,
introduction, I'm going to mention
exactly.
the next 30%. After that, it's 40%, right? You get the finale. It's 40%. Everything's out there. There you go. You've watched 3 parts. Enjoy it, man. Now you got all the information. Don't text me about it again. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly, and that's something that's like difficult for me because
Mm.
when I don't have a guest on and I'm doing solo episodes, you know, not everybody's been here since day one, but the ones who have, they might hear the same story 4 times.
Yeah.
You know, that 26-second story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've told it on other people's podcasts. I've told it to guests who've come on. And it's like, I'm sorry, but these people don't know me like you know me from day
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
You might find a different story now, like, or now you get to hear this person's story. Like, yes, you know mine, but now you know Livers as well. So
Yeah.
it's a win
Hey,
win
my
lose at that
name.
point. It's I fixed it. I fixed it. There's another name I want to talk about. So what's breadstick about?
All right, buddy. I'm about to leave. Nah. This guy Rizzo. By the way, have you seen Rizzo? Have you seen Rizzo?
Yeah.
Rizzo looks like me. Like it. Okay, there's a few differences, right? But the guy looks like me. Okay, he's taller, but he's a fat version of me. Like I don't want to hear nothing about breadstick. I'll go to the gym. Look. I'm sleeper build, right? I look skinny here, man. I turn to the side. Boom. Like, come on. Like, no, ain't no breadstick, ain't no candlestick. I don't want to hear none of it. No Ghostface Killer on the screen, bro. Because of my $10 Amazon cam or my $5 ring lights that I got going on. I don't want to hear it. Nothing about breadstick. I don't know nothing about Olive Garden. I don't want to know nothing about Olive Garden. Like, leave me out of it. But
I had
sponsor
that
if
thing
you want.
chambered since yeah. I had that breadstick question chambered. That was the only one that was planned.
Nah, I like that. I like that.
You guys were going crazy yesterday. I was dying. I was
Yeah,
sitting there
man.
and you guys are just arguing back and forth. And I was like, oh, they're just going. It's the chat like gets taken over at some point, and
It
it's so
does,
funny.
man. It's like
It's
shot
so
after
funny.
shot after shot after
Yeah,
shot.
yeah. It's like liver Rizzo, and then you
Yeah.
get like one person who sneaks in and they're like, "Oh, good headshot." Boom, that's buried again. It's like,
I'm sorry, Dre. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. Like it just happens, man.
it's so funny though. I think it helps.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it helps. I
It's an
think
engagement
it
thing.
makes the
It's
chat funny.
mm-hmm.
You come in and there's activity in the chat with these people going back and forth. My chat got awkward as hell last night because, like I said, this person was complaining. They're like, "Oh, the wheel didn't spin the way I, you know."
Oh,
What happened was the wheel spins, and then most wheels, you know, like fucking, I don't know, they go slow, 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 and maybe
yeah,
it'll
yeah,
stop on this color, but then it ticks, and the next color gets it, similar to Dre's like spin.
yeah.
Um, this one just spun, and then it just abruptly stopped on one, and he's like, "That's rigged." I'm like, "Bro, it spun 4 times before it stopped. Still, it didn't have to slow down. It's fine. You're
Mm.
watching the damn stream. You know, I didn't stop it. It just stops."
Yeah.
And this guy was complaining. It's like 1 in the morning, and he's complaining, and I'm way too like positive of a person to just sit here and argue with this. He's somebody that I've played at Madden a million times. He's in every chat. Like, I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be rude to him. And then like the guy who won the Steam cards was like, "Stop bitching." I was like, "There you go." I can't say it, but like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
at this point,
You got it at
these
the
were
end of the day.
this was $300 out of my pocket. I didn't. I'm
Yeah.
not sponsored by anybody. I didn't like get these from EA. I didn't get these from PlayStation, Xbox, Steam. Nobody gifted me these. I went to the store. I bought $300 worth of cards, and I said I'm just gonna give them to strangers on the internet. And you're still finding a way to complain, bro. Get
Yeah.
what are we doing here? I'm not. I'm not apologizing for it. I'm not sorry that you didn't win.
Yeah, man. As a viewer, I feel like there's like a respect barrier. Like sometimes they over
Yeah,
push that, and they like it's cool to like have a personal relationship with the streamer
Right.
or the content creator, whatever it is. Sometimes it gets over pushed, and it goes from joking to becoming like an earful of nonsense. Like, for example,
Yeah.
I have a few viewers that spam me on my Discord, spam me on my Instagram, spam me on like whatever I have linked in my bio on YouTube. They'll
Mm.
follow me and start spamming me, talking about play this game, play that game. I'm like, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Why have you not played this game? Oh, I joined the stream, but it's not on. Why are you not doing this? Like, look,
Yeah.
I'm also too nice of a person to shut them down. So my way is like,
Exactly.
I'll look into it. Just give me a second, right? Or I'm not in the right headspace. Just give me a second. But then I asked Dre for like his opinion and stuff. He says the same thing. He's a respectful guy. It's tough, but he knows how to deal with these things. And he'd be telling me, just tell him, look, I'm not going to play this game. Doesn't do well. We can look into another game. If you want to join the stream and play that game with
Right.
me, feel free. Or we can play off stream because it doesn't do well on stream. We can play off stream,
Yeah.
but it's
Right.
just
Just give
not
those options.
exactly. It's just not. It's not respectful to be a viewer and
No.
like we're
No.
humans. We're not just characters on the screen. Like yeah, we're characters,
Yeah.
but in our own form, like we're humans giving
Yeah.
out
We're
our
still
character.
like.
We're sharing our
Right.
experience.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's not
And
you
it was just
weighing it down.
like I got to a point where I was like, I'm like, at this point, if you guys don't stop, I'm just not going to do giveaways again. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You're just going to ruin it for everybody because you didn't win tonight.
Yeah,
And it's like, that's not how I want to be. I like doing these. This was my second one. This one went way better. And then, like, today, though, like, I got my phone right here. And I got a message from one guy that says, awesome stream. I got another one that says, are you going to be live today? So it's like, those are the people that I know actually enjoyed the giveaway. They were like, they're grateful for it. So it's cool
Yeah.
to see that. But just for an example, the Xbox guy who won, I said, it landed on his name, and the Xbox people just tweaked. They were like, I've never even seen him in this chat. We're all active in this chat. I was like, if he's on the wheel, then he did everything that you guys did. He might not be in chat every single day, but I still have to put him on the wheel. He played by the rules. And I messaged him. Everybody had 2 days to respond to claim their gift. Before stream ended, he got in the chat. He goes, yo, I want, thank you, whatever, whatever. And the chat just jumped them. They were like, I've never even seen you before. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
can you guys just congratulate the guy?
It's
Like,
just
why
jealousy,
are we,
man. It's just
why are we
straight jealousy.
berating him?
Yeah, man.
Why are we? And that's when the guy who won the PC thing was like, you guys got to just shut up. You guys got to stop. And I messaged him. I was like, yo, I can't say that because I'm trying to just keep a community. I'm trying to keep it positive. But thank you for saying what I wanted to say. Thank you for, I wanted to be like, yo, stop bitching.
Yeah,
Stop bitching or we're not doing this again.
yeah.
But it was crazy. It was crazy. And then you got people DMing you like, yo, I know I didn't win, but can you still give me the game? And I don't mind that because I can just nicely be like, we're going to do more giveaways. Just please don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I can't just justify going to buy a $80 game after spending $300
For a
but
random as well.
just trust. Yeah, exactly. It's not like my son asked me for a game.
Yeah.
So like, I'll let you down easy and just politely tell you no, I can't do that. But stick around. There's going to be more giveaways. I enjoy doing them.
Yeah.
I grew up like going to food pantries and getting like those lists where sponsors would buy your Christmas gifts for you because your
Yeah.
parents couldn't. So now that I can do a little bit of something, I like giving away. I like sponsoring events and doing stuff like that. So it makes me feel good. So as long as people stick around and don't just dip because they didn't win the first one, you still have a chance. I'm not gonna not do a giveaway.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just not who I am. I like doing it.
Nah, that's respectable, and it's just the viewer has to respect your decision on that. It's the way they look at things, right? So they can either be
Yeah.
arrogant to it or ignorant to it, or they can just see it how it is and then be more appreciative of it. Like it's
Right.
another thing. I think it's also the way that people are. They just grow up, right? The parents,
Yeah.
your faith, your surroundings. Like it all has an impact on you and the way that you react and the way that you act online or in person. So, you know, to those people, I say find God, because if you find God, You know how to respect
yeah, do
people.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like disrespect it. If you disrespect someone, you disrespecting the big guy up there. Like so, for me personally, as a man,
Figure it out.
I'm not for it, man. I'm not for it.
Yeah, figure it out because you're disappointing the Lord now.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. It was people I didn't expect. Like these are the people that I've been playing games with. There was people that like were in the chat. We're all like they were like part of the community, and then he just tweaked. I was like, bro, you gotta reel it back because now you're sounding like an ungrateful kid at this point. What are we doing?
My days, man. I hate it. I
What are we
understand it.
doing?
It's tough,
But
man.
all in all, it was good.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm gonna do more. It was good.
I do want to segue into faith as well because it's one thing
Mm-hmm.
that's taken. Like I said, uh, it's built up my personality. I was not really a faith type of guy growing up, right? Like I was brought up in a Muslim household, and obviously my dad being undercover and stuff against anti-terrorists is always in the Middle East or something. So
Mm-hmm.
we've always had this sort of like Muslim kind of upbringing. But then growing up, being around the people I was around, I became more spiritual or out searching, right? People used to
Yeah.
ask me what I believed in. I said I believed in God, or I believed in like whatever was there, right? I believed in something.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
didn't know. So my friend being arrested for a year, putting me in that deep depressive state. On his release, I seen him holding a Bible. I said, and before that, I looked into all types Nordic paganism, looked into Christianity, looked into
Mm-hmm.
Judaism, I looked into Hinduism, Buddhism, like all of them, all of the above, spiritualism, looked into all of it. And I was like, why have I not looked at the one that I was brought up in, the one that I fell away from? Why have I not looked at that? It's right under my nose. He's picked up the Bible in his difficult circumstance because that's what he was brought up with, and he has faith in it. So where's my faith? So I picked up
Right.
the Quran. I started reading. I got into communities where I was learning. Uh, it ended up putting me like people started putting me in a position of a knowledgeable person. I don't count myself as a knowledgeable person, but I'd be in like a Discord and they start messaging me. This Christian's joined. He wants to know this. He wants to debate you on this, or this Mormon did this, and he wants to talk to you about this. I was invited to Mormon churches. I was invited to these places to like debate these people, right? And
Yeah.
off of that, it was like sometimes there'll be a bit of disrespect that happens in a debate. Sometimes it turns into an argument. You have to resolve it. You need to find the
Right.
balance, right? But you start to gain knowledge from these people that you're talking to, and knowledge is a big thing in my mind. So as I'm going through, I need to find out how to debunk this, how to debunk that. And I just start to find like truth in living, right? Now we've gone from the basic rebuttals and refutations to getting more in depth. Oh, okay, but it says here that you, when you marry this person, you need to sign this contract, or when you talk to this person, you need to have 3 witnesses, or if you end up doing this, then you need to make sure this is there. And then I started to get in touch with sheikhs and imams and really broadening my knowledge, pastors, priests. And now I've kind of formed a friendship of Christian, Jew, and we all just
Yeah.
talk and talk and talk. Atheists, whatever, we talk. And we share our knowledge. So finding that kind of path, whatever it is, make sure when you do it, don't just look at the surface of it, like believe in it, don't be blind to it, look into it, get in depth with it, understand it, know if whether you've been raised in it or you haven't been raised in it, know whatever it is that you get into, you need to understand it. You need to read between the lines as well. It's not all just on the surface, right? There's ways, like for example, in the Bible, it talks about turning the other cheek and stuff like that. There's
Yeah.
if you read between the lines, it's not just turn the other cheek. It's more like if someone slaps you, you show them your right side. It's not just that, right? You can look at it like that, and then people will look at it and be like, "Oh, that's a weak way of understanding it." But it's also like
Mm-hmm.
talking about positivity. It doesn't mean physically getting slapped. And this is a rebuttal that Muslims have against Christians, and I have to come in as a mediator in a debate, and I'll be like, "It's a good argument. However, it's also a poor argument because we have this in here and we need to understand this. And we also need to see both sides. And then they'll be like, okay, new topic, talk about this. And if you're ever, one thing, if you're ever debating another person of faith, you need to understand you don't attack. You get
Yeah,
you
you
get
can't.
given their point of view, and you give your point of view, and you refute each other, but you don't refute each other to take the piss. You refute each other so that you give each other knowledge and understanding.
Right.
If I'm gonna tell you, oh, the Bible is corrupted and whatever, then I show my evidences for it, and then you tell me the Quran is corrupted, and you show your evidence for it, and then I refute it, and then you refute it. Then we need to understand where the refutation is coming from. We need to come to an understanding. That's what a debate is. It's not an argument. It's not something where, your Bible's corrupted, point blank, period. Here's the evidence for it.
Yeah. Right.
Tell me what you want. I don't
Exactly.
care. Here it is. Like, give me your rebuttals. I need to learn your point of view. I need to understand you. The whole point is not arguing.
And that's and that's interesting because like I'm just not a religious person, and that's
Yeah.
it's just not anything. But I don't ever like shun people. Like you said, I want to transition into faith. I wouldn't be like, nah, I'm good, man. I don't do that here. This has been Liver. We're out of here. Whatever. See, I went back to Liver. I went back to Liver. It just came
Mhm.
right back. But no, I don't do that. I hear everybody out, and I feel like by doing that, you got to see like the similarities in every religion too, right?
Yeah.
Like you start to realize you guys aren't all that different in what you believe. It's just certain aspects of it are different,
Hmm.
right? Is that right or wrong?
Right. There's a lot. I've been doing this for 4 years, so I know. Like, from
Yeah.
my point of view, I believe like what I believe is the most
Oh
like
yeah,
truthful,
absolutely,
honest. Like, this is the straight path, right?
absolutely.
And but I also have to understand that that looks biased to people, right? It doesn't matter if I said that I've learned by this person, or I've learned from that person, or I've studied for this long. Doesn't matter. In their eyes, it's bias. So you need to explain to them what it is, what's the differences, what's the comparisons, what's the similarities, like everything. So yeah, there's different paths, right? But understanding the root of who God is what brings you together. Understanding what
Mm,
He is, what He does, how to live for Him, that's what brings you together. It's not about, oh, okay, but I'm a Protestant, I'm a Unitarian. I believe there's one God. I'm a Trinitarian. I believe that in the Trinity, the Godhead, Son, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, right? Like mixed together, but they're not together. And then you're like, okay, but I'm gonna argue against this. No, you're both men of faith. Figure out, are you praying? Okay, you're praying. There you go. Are you fasting? Okay, you're fasting. There you go. Do you believe in one God? You believe in one God. There you go. Do you do good? You do good. There you go. You're living for God. Figure out the
right, right,
commonalities, figure out the similarities, figure out the differences,
exactly.
narrow it down, and you'll find the truth. Do your research. It's not
Yeah,
about believing blindly. Like, you can't say, oh, but my pastor said this, so I believe it. Look into it. My imam said this, so I believe it. Look into it. We have the same issue as
right.
in Islam as we do in Christianity, right? We're more medialized because of we have
Naturally,
ISIS
it's
and stuff
just
like that, right?
yeah,
And they're not even Muslims. They're not classified as Muslims in Islam because
right.
there's so much they do that just takes them out of it, right? But to the West, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. So we need to explain why it matters, right? Then we need to come into common sense. We need to be like, okay, but you guys will still classify the Crusades or the Crusaders as Christian, even though the Crusaders
Exactly.
killed Christians. You're like, well, the ISIS, the Al Qaeda's, they killed the Muslims. Like, it's the same
Yeah,
thing. They're all fighting for land. They're all fighting for power, and they don't care about killing their own people. So let's come to a commonality and say these guys are not people of faith. They're doing the opposite of what God teaches. And there you go. Now we're together. Now we're united. It's not anything difficult to understand when you put your mind to it.
no, there's so much commonality that you can easily find common ground with anybody as long as you're all practicing it the way you should, quote unquote. Like you said, what's
Mhm.
the commonality? Are you praying? You believe in the one, whatever it might be. There is always going to be people who, like you said, are hard headed and they're like, no,
Yeah,
no, I don't even want to hear it. It's mine. This is the way it is. And if you
yeah,
don't like it, then you go this way. That's fine. That's I don't think it's right, but to each his own. Like I said, I'm not even necessarily. I believe in I don't know what. I just believe in doing good.
yeah,
It's like I've been around enough bad where it's like I don't want to do bad, so let's just be good and hopefully the universe takes care of your boy.
yeah,
But you said something that I wanted to touch on and I forget what it was. Like I said, I knew this was gonna happen. It happens every time. But essentially, like you say, the commonality is what people need to focus on. It's not the other thing. Oh, there we go. I got to it. The when you say the West, obviously, the thing that's helped, not really helped me because I'm just an open minded person anyway. I've always been, but I do think, as crazy as it sounds, I think the popularity in like mixed martial arts, for example, the amount of Muslim fighters in mixed martial arts that get to like have a
Khabib,
platform and
Islam, yeah,
talk about it, like I think that helps a lot. Unfortunately, there are people who just they are who they are, and especially in that sport, there's so many like racist, like just redneck people that unfortunately are there. But I do think the popularity in media, whether it be through combat sports or just sports in general, I think hopefully in the next few years deters the. I will just go with I don't know the thing 2001 what that
yeah,
unfortunately implanted in a lot of people's brains.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I think hopefully as we go further into just everything being more public, social media, sports, religions just being open to be religious, people being open to be religious publicly.
yeah.
Hopefully, we get out of that brain dead. We'll call it what it is. It's
Era,
just brain dead line of
yeah,
thinking. It's crazy.
yeah.
It's the same thing when like COVID happened and Asian people couldn't get on a subway because they
Oh
were
my
getting punched in the
days, that was
face, and
so
it's like, bro,
stupid.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
This is also like something that people don't understand. History repeats itself. This isn't something that just
Yeah,
happened now.
no,
It's happened before. And we keep saying,
yeah,
"Oh, we're improving. We're smarter in civilization. We have technology now." No, 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 it doesn't matter because 2,000 years ago, the Jews did the same things. The Christians did the
yep,
same things. Like,
yep.
what are we doing here? There was still racism. There's still
The-
fascism. There's still also
yep.
all sort of isms.
A lot of it comes from household, and you can't really get out of household.
Yep.
Obviously, you can hope that a person does. You can hope
Mhm.
that a person kind of breaks that like generational chain there, where my somebody's great great grandfather was racist. They pass it down, they pass it down, they pass it
Yeah,
down, and
yeah,
then you
yeah, yeah.
hope eventually it gets to one guy that's like, this is stupid. What are we doing? But until that happens, yeah, it's never going to go away.
Yeah.
I don't like it, obviously. You and I
Yeah.
both discussed that we have plenty of black friends. We have plenty of different people of different faiths and whatnot in our lives. We're obviously not a part of that, those isms, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean we don't like those isms, but that doesn't mean they're going to go away. They're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
something that we have to just keep talking about and combating it and hoping that it makes that change. But
Mhm. And that
you said
doesn't.
it best.
Hey,
History repeats itself.
people try to label these stuff, right? So they like to say, "Oh, you're liberal because you hate fascism and like sexism."
Yeah,
I'm not liberal.
yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
No,
If I seen what's it called? Someone talking about immigration and saying, "Oh no, people need to get out the country when they come in here illegally." I'm on your side. If you come in here illegally, you did a crime, and you come here on a dinghy, then get out, right? Go spend your time in prison because that's what you were supposed to do in your country. Don't come here thinking you'll get away from it. But also, I understand that there are people that get handed the same treatment that are not part of that
Mm,
section. Like people that come over
yeah,
to this country and they genuinely, like, they haven't done no crimes, they haven't done nothing. They genuinely want to live a
no,
better life because the West holds some better things than the East, and the East holds some better things than the
right,
West.
absolutely,
But a lot of people want that transition, and they want to see how it goes. There's more money to be made over here in the West. There's more networking opportunities in the West. Like
yeah,
people that move here, we shouldn't hate them for it. People that
right,
get here legally, Fair enough. That's why I say it does not make me liberal. I just understand what a human life is valued at, and I know
Yeah,
there's two sides of a story. Like we need to look into these things.
it's hard because like you see these guys and it's like this guy worked at this grocery store or whatever it might be, farm, whatever it might be, for 30 years, never bothered anybody,
Hmm.
and now they're getting detained and brought away. And it's like I can't say I think that's right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I understand the illegality of it, but he's not the same as the guys you're looking to get rid of. It's like, and then people, that's when people are like, libtard. I'm just like, what, bro? I'm just, I'm, I say it all the time. I'm in the middle because I could see everything. There are certain better points made here. There are certain better points made here. I'm in the middle. I'll pull from each thing. I like
yeah,
guns. I think guns are cool,
yep,
but I also don't think guns are cool when they are in elementary schools. It's like, bro, what are we talking about?
yeah. There's like an
There's
obvious
a
standard
balance
there.
to these things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a balance to these things. I don't think you should arm teachers. I had a third grade teacher that was a psychopath. I would not want her with a weapon.
Ooh, no, 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 no.
It's like there's a balance.
Yeah,
Up the security in schools, yes. Uh, Miss Knight or whoever, you know, I'm just making up a name. Miss Knight, a fifth grade teacher. I don't think she needs a Glock 9. I don't think she needs a Glock.
no.
Up the security a different way. Hire
Yeah,
somebody
if
who's
she has a
trained.
proven history of
Yeah,
psychosis,
right.
then maybe let's look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry, but getting an early education degree does not warrant you to
No.
be armed and ready.
It's we have this similar problem over here. Like we have mentally ill people coming from war torn countries, right? And they're
Mhm.
getting hold of knives and they're causing gang violence and stuff. We understand that,
Right.
but then we also have the healthy ones that are coming over, and it's a legitimate statistic that the Muslim community here that are getting shamed all the time are the ones that are paying almost 200% more tax than the actual
Yeah.
British people that live here. So these people that have contributed more to your country, and then you want to kick them out instead of kicking the ones that are mentally ill out. Do background checks when they come over. Let me see your medical history. Or are you running
Right.
away? Have you got a criminal history? I'm like, what's going on? You do these checks at the border, accept the people that are healthy, and you'll see everything go up, right? Like everything good, not inflation. We don't want inflation to go up, but we'll see
Right.
more contributions from the community. We see better healthcare because it's a stereotype, but I'm telling you, the Indians did the best at medical stuff. Um,
Yeah.
they,
I
we,
believe it.
things,
I believe it. It's I've seen it.
they take up also jobs that people don't want. People that in the UK
Mhm.
they don't want to be trash drivers, but then you have Abdullah who's happy to do it for less than minimum wage just to take care of his family,
Yep.
right? He's not going to say no. He's going to do it because it keeps him busy and he's still able to afford food for his family on the dinner table.
Exactly.
So let's find that balance, right? Let's
Exactly. I think
actually,
that's the big thing. It's I understand the importance of it. I get it. They
yeah,
want to get the bad ones out, but there's got to be a better way than just kicking in every door of every person you're suspected
Yeah.
of. Because you are taking away some guy who's just been on a farm for 30 years
yeah.
and has kind of established that that's going to be his living and he's good with it. And now you're like, nah, we're gonna change things up for you, pal.
Yeah. it's
So
it's something I
crazy.
always stress is knowledge, man. You just have to be knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Like in
Yeah,
life,
it's
you
crazy.
can't just be walking around. Ignorance is bliss. I think Michael Jackson said that or something.
yeah,
But I don't know
Yeah.
who said it. I'm just pulling out names, right? But I just know it from the South Park, innit? You're ignorant.
Yeah,
You're ignorant.
yeah.
But yeah, man, ignorance is bliss. I get it. You can sit at home, you can not want to know about anything and just live your life. However, when you actually step out of life, everything that you're being ignorant to is what molds you. Like you go into the shop
Yeah.
to buy this, you don't understand the price, or you're going to another shop and you see that the price is lower, you don't understand why. So you go back to the one that's expensive, thinking, "Oh, it's only lower because it's cheap quality." Nah, man,
It's
they're
cheap.
probably
Yeah,
just getting
yep,
taxed
yep.
more. That's probably it.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more than likely what it is. But I think that's like a program thing too. If we're just talking about price, the amount of people that think expensive means quality, and it's like, no, bro, what are you talking about?
Bro, I
That's not,
still
that's
shop on
not what it
Temu
is.
and everything.
Why do we
man.
wanna? Why do we wanna pay more?
Yeah.
Why do you want to pay more?
It's like the
crazy.
what's it called? The golden item syndrome or shiny item syndrome.
Yeah, yep,
It's insane.
it's insane. What are you doing, dude? I can see you.
He's sneaking into the.
Yes, bro, you're right there. You're right behind Buck. What are you talking about? Get out of here, dude. I'm wrapping up.
Alright. All right, let's make this one quick. Then I've got a final segment I want to throw in there.
No,
Something I'm
bring it
really
in.
passionate
You're good.
about,
You're good.
and it cuts through. Obviously, in Islam, music's haram, right? So
Yep.
I can't really get into music. I've been a poet for most of my life. My granddad's a poet. My mum's a poet. I'm a poet. I used to make music when I was living in that home, and I released one song, got 100 plays in the first like 6 hours, and I deleted it because I thought it sounded trash. But yeah, music's like another thing that it comes to knowledge, I really put my mind into to understand frequency, the effects it had on people, because I wanted to know why was it haram, right? Because we still have in Islam, you still have the drums, that's still allowed. Vocal, like chords, you can manipulate the way you sing, or have like a backing vocal, ad libs. You can have a choir that change the way that it sounds, synthesize it, or add natural synthesize, natural reverb, natural whatever. So that's allowed. But then I've had to look at why it wasn't allowed, and I started to see like frequency, like the 43rd hertz is what's played in rock music and stuff. Rots away the kind of water particles that are in your body. We're made of, what is it, 76% water or something like that.
70 something. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
almost 80%.
And so imagine listening to something and the water's just like rotting away in your body. You don't even understand it. So like, why I wanted to transition into that is because you mentioned yesterday that you want to add DeAndre's like music into his when he does the duo thing with you. So I would just,
Yeah.
for everyone that's there, stay away from DeAndre's music. It's trash. Just always trash.
I was like, bro, what is he going? What is he going with this? Hold on. That was so funny. I was like, send me just send me an MP3. You're like, not the new outro.
Yeah.
He said, don't use the new one, please.
Yeah. Please use the old one, please. Nah, but
I think what
yeah, what was you gonna say?
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have him email me the MP3,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna find a way to just merge his. It's probably gonna sound like shit because it probably doesn't gonna be so offbeat with my outro, but it'll just make me laugh. So at the end of our episodes, I'm just gonna play both merged and see how many people it pisses off.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be some sort of rage bait right there, man.
It's
Sylvia
like,
level rage bait.
it's like, what is this? Sounds like shit.
Yeah.
But it's like I gotta put his music in somehow, but I still gotta keep it mine, so we'll just do it both.
Nah, man, I rock with DeAndre and his music. I've been there, like, I wouldn't say day one because obviously his family's been there and he did stuff before that,
Yeah,
right?
right.
But I've been there when he said he wanted to start his music journey. I've been there when he started it. I hunted him down even, like, he disappeared for a year after my first
Yeah, you were
year.
saying this.
Yeah.
What?
So, I was
He
just,
said,
because I was
he
depressed, right?
emailed me.
Yeah. I was depressed. I was like, oh, where's my boy that I had fun with? The guy that pulled me out of this depressive state, and now I'm depressed again. Where is he? Because we had personal conversations. We'd cry together in our Discord because Maradona died or something like that, right? Someone influential.
Mhm.
And like we go into deep conversations for hours, right? So I was like, where is this guy? Like, he's just disappeared. He hasn't messaged me. I'm like, I remember his first name. I remember his middle name. I remember his last name. I remember he lived in this area and he moved to this area. So I'm like, I'm tracking his background for a week, right? I have his whole family history. I've got everything. Like, Dre doesn't want smoke with me. Hey, hey, come on now. Come on now. I have everything, all his old addresses, his medical history, his criminal history, everything, man. So I was like, yeah, let me send him a message. I found it and I'm looking and he has nothing. And I see a weird email address. It's like some jet washing, right? It's like jetwashing
Yeah.
at email.com. I'm like, huh? That sounds like a company. I don't think this is the same DeAndre. So I messaged him. I was like, yo, is this BD, aka DeAndre from like back in the day, bro? We used to talk all the time. Like I'm an old friend. You might know me as Silvio. I got an email 30 minutes later. No way. Silvio, how you been? I'm like, oh my days, it's him. It's him. But I felt like I was getting pranked a bit, so I had to get him I had to get him back on Discord. I had to get him back with
Yeah,
everyone.
you got to do the whole thing now.
So
Yeah.
now, I brought everyone back. We started the RP again, but we started getting new members. Some people didn't want to do the RP anymore. They got banned or whatever. Started getting new members.
Mhm.
And then it was like the cycle restarted. He disappeared again after that year. I said, DeAndre, no. But luckily, he kept my Discord. I didn't have to track him again.
Okay.
I sent him a message. We was in touch for a long time. This is like, then Rizzo started to get involved conversationally with us and stuff. Because in that second year that we started, we had to re-merge with Rizzo's group. Rizzo had his own group. They were called the Trap Boys. They're all from the UK.
Mm.
And because I'm from the UK, Dre was like, oh, when we go in, you got to introduce ourselves. We're Big Money Mafia. We're trying to link up with you guys, like merge. Because we were supposed to do it in the previous wipe, but we need to now pretend like this is a new life and everything. So, our parents tried to merge with your parents. And so we had to do it in a smart way. And then we ended up merging. Then Rizzo started joining. But he was like absent for most of it. He had his own thing going on. I think he's I can't really talk on like his side things that he did. That's him. That's up to him if he wants to talk about it. But he did a lot of big things behind the scenes, and we come to realize that after, like recently, we've come to realize that. But then Dre's like, let's get me, Rizzo, and Silvio in a call together. Let's just have fun with it. Rizzo started joining the streams. I started joining the streams. We all started like messing about. Me and Rizzo bounce off each other, man. It's like, even when he comes into my streams and no one's there, it's just me, Rizzo, and my mate in the chat. So we're all dissing each other. My mate's instigating in the chat, saying, "Oh, Rizzo, that was funny. Say it again." And I'm like, "Come on, man. You ain't got to call me a breadstick for the third time." It's like, so we go back and forth, and yeah, man. So I really appreciate what Dre's done. Bringing obviously, I brought him back, so give me credit for that. But I appreciate him getting Rizzo to get to know me a lot more, because obviously we're from the UK, so we didn't really. You'd think we talk much, but we don't. Like even now, I barely talk to him. It's just during streams or in a moderation chat with other moderators, like we be talking. But they've been really helping me the past week, man. I had a tough time the past week. Similar to Dre, me and my girl cut off. I had a lot of financial issues as well, home issues, friends having issues around me with their vehicle, needing help, getting calls from this country. Can you visit here? Can you do this at this time? Am I going to get paid for it? No. So I'm not for it. Right. So it's
right.
Dre, Tuna, Rizzo, even you, man, like you be hyping up in my streams. Like I appreciate all of you guys for like what you guys have been doing for me. Like you guys don't see it, but thank you. Shout out to you guys, and shout out to, just to finish it off, I want to shout out everyone that I know. Shout out Josiah, shout out Reese, shout out Kieran, shout out Dre, obviously, Chewin, Tuna, Rizzo, shout out Jonas, shout out Jakob, shout out the kids. Jonas is just about to have a kid as well, and he just got married, I think, last month, and just got his wife pregnant 2 weeks ago. Shout out to him. Shout who else am I forgetting? Shout all my teachers from school. Shout shout all the people I play ball with. Shout everyone I go gym with. Jelani, Delani, Natty, Elijah. Shout my sheikh from Denmark as well. he helped me out too. Shout out my mom, shout out my stepdad, and shout out all my siblings too. Shout out all my cousins. I think I got everyone out the way, man. But yeah,
You don't have like a crossing guard in your neighborhood you want to shout out or anything like that? Like
shout out my neighbor that stole my Xbox and then decided to pass away the next week.
Stop.
And like,
What?
yeah, it's a strange story, man. I bought one for I think $120 brand new, and I was like, "This is a scam.
Yeah.
This is a scam." But I'm gonna do it anyway. And then I messaged the guy, and he's like, "Oh, it should have been delivered by now." I'm like, "It's not at my house." And he goes, "Oh, it was delivered to this address." So we go over, we knock on the door, and she's screaming, "Go away, go away." I feel sorry for her. She did end up taking her life, but like obviously it's a dark situation. But I am a humorous person.
Yeah.
She did steal my Xbox. The police came.
Yeah.
They took everything out, and my Xbox was there, so I didn't get scammed. But in a way, I couldn't retrieve it. I couldn't prove it was mine. So thank you. I had to pay $300 for a new one. Cheers. But yeah, man, rest in peace.
That's
She was a
crazy.
good lady.
That's crazy. Jesus. Well, this was fun. We got 2 hours. We
Yeah.
just hit 2 hours.
Oh, we still got
That's
4
good.
hours
That's-
then? All right, so.
Yeah, we're still good. It's not even 10 o'clock here yet, so I got all day. We're good.
Yeah,
I
I've
got
got 4
nothing going
hours
on
of yapping left to do. Might do. Nah, I'm playing. You're a family man. So I'm gonna let you get to doing what a family man does. I'm looking forward to be a family man
Yeah, no,
myself
it's-
soon. Hopefully, hey, any single Muslim ladies hit me up. But yeah, man, it's been a great chat. I've enjoyed every minuscule second, every millisecond, and I'm looking forward to anything in the future too. Like, hit me up. Similar to Dre, if you need anything,
Yeah.
I'm here. So
Yeah, no, we're gonna do like I mean, you shouted out all these people too.
yeah,
Like the people that come from his stream and pop into mine. You've popped into mine. Tuna's popped into mine. Cupcakes popped into mine. Queen's popped into mine.
Yeah.
Deadshot popped into mine. Dre's
shout out
popped into mine.
Deadshot
So
too, yeah.
like, yeah, Deadshot gets a shout out for sure. But like, I definitely think we had to do something. We'll do something with like just a community thing for everybody. So we'll
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
something out. But I think it'll be fun to just
For
get
sure.
everybody who streams just. We'll figure something out. I don't know what the hell we could do, but
we
get
could
everybody
do
online
like a
and do
stage on
something.
Discord where we just bring people to tell their stories. I feel that's a cool idea to me.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Like just viewers to
That'd
come
be fun.
in.
It's kind of
and-
similar to, yeah,
yeah.
It'll be similar to like this, but just in Discord with everybody.
Yeah.
That's possible. So, but no, definitely shout out to everybody. Even my wife, she's like, "This person's from DeAndre." I'm like, "Yeah, that's another one from DeAndre's stream." So
Yeah.
everybody's really like, as long as you're active in that stream and you're commenting, somebody's gonna follow you and come in, even if it's one person.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
definitely
1 second.
shout out to everybody. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
But we're good. Like I said, 2 hour mark. This will be out next Thursday. So
Cool.
I
Yep.
appreciate you coming on. I
Gotta
don't know
hype
what the
it
hell
up until
date
that
is,
point.
just 'cause- yeah, I'll be posting a lot of clips for sure. I gotta
Yeah,
go
yeah.
through. Like I said, if the camera's messed up, we're in 2 different countries. You guys gotta just listen to the audio at that
Hey,
point. Don't
man.
focus on our faces.
I
don't know what to
used
tell
to it,
anybody.
man. I'm used to it, man. Just listen.
I
Like,
don't know.
pretend I've got my mask on still. Like, there you go.
That's what
Do
I'm saying. I blurred them. I blurred them on purpose. But plug away like your socials and whatnot. I will also have you just DM me any socials that you want me to put in the description for people.
Alright, cool.
Everything will be in the description of the episode. But
Yep.
you plug away, and then we'll just end this, and that's it. Pretty much, I'll chat with you off recording for like 30 seconds.
Appreciate that, man. Hey, everyone, go look up obviously my YouTube, the one that started it all, Lowliver, LOL space LIVER. It's the same on TikTok. I got a new TikTok account there too, so go follow both of them. We're about to blow it up. We're about to be the biggest streamers, me, DeAndre, and everyone else around us. We're about to kill it in the scene. Go look up my Instagram too, underscore UMOUKUN underscore, right? It's just unknown, upside down and backwards, like mirrored. Figure it out. It's a puzzle. You guys got it. You guys could also, if you struggle with that, just go to my YouTube bio and just click the link and follow through there. Shout out to my Twitter too. The Real Lol Liver. Same thing. Like, appreciate you having me on. And yeah, good talks. I'm looking forward to the future, man. I'm looking forward to see your channel blow up and eventually get people like Putin. Why not? Why not?
He's just gonna come out and chat it up.
Yeah, man. Why not?
He's gonna chat it up.
It's possible.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me chewing the rag. That's crazy.
Yeah. Don't piss him
Oh
off.
my
Don't ask
God.
no uncomfortable questions.
No, I can't.
You might
do
have
that.
to script
I'm not
that
gonna
one.
do that. That one's gonna be scripted. We're not
For
because I'm
sure.
gonna say something crazy. I'm gonna say something crazy, and then it's not gonna be good. I'm gonna start World War III.
Yeah.
We can't do that. We're gonna script that one. I'm gonna ask him what he wants me to ask him off screen. I'm gonna be like, send me a list of questions you want me
No,
to
for
ask
sure.
you. Don't,
For sure. For sure.
don't let me rift. Don't let me rift.
Yeah.
All of that, especially the unknown thing, that's going to be in the description because he lost me for a second there with that. He just started spelling things and then said it's unknown upside down and backwards. So that's kind of crazy. So that's going to be in the description.
No.
Go check out LOL Liver. Go check out LOL Liver. Go check out Breadstick. Go check out Silvio. Whatever the hell you know about.
Yeah. Wherever
Everything
it is,
in the
yeah.
description. Whatever it is. And we'll see you guys on the next one.